Yep. Like, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. It might be Rich, the original show, man. Salute to everybody in the chat so far. Salute to the panel. B, what's popping?
Wow.
What's going on, good brother?
How you? Everything golden?
Yes, sir.
Shit like that.
Banner attorney was goody.
I'm chilling.
No doubt. Shaw was popping.
Yo, hey, what's saying, man? Another day, another dollar.
Indeed. Nate, what up?
Hi.
You all right? Everything?
I'm here.
All right. Tay, what up?
Hey y'all, hey, how's everybody? I'm blessed.
What's goody? You all right?
I'm trying to do the right thing. I'm good.
You still hustling?
Of course.
Yeah, man. Where can they get the newest sex toys and shit like that from?
Listen. You need that, I got that. But if you're looking for a glow, we got skincare too, body butters, all the things. Hit me up at thepleasureplug.fun.
Okay.
You said booty butters?
Body butters.
Oh, my bad.
Oh yeah, motherfucker.
Niggas. Perfect.
Rock, what's popping?
What's going on, people? How we feeling?
Everything's everything, man. You all right? Everything good?
Everything good, man. As good as it's gonna get.
Yo, man, I've been working real hard trying to improve my moving company and all that, and my YouTube and my DJing, man. I haven't had time to get a pedicure. You feel me? So I know, you do $100 here and there. So you know what I'm saying? Just
Yo, listen.
you know what I mean? I could use it. You feel me? Like I know you give it to your female friends. I'm your best friend. I I ain't seen $100 in a minute. You feel me?
You're not that cute though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Jesus Christ, man. What's popping? Oh, this your sound right here. Good.
Your daddy.
Hey,
Second of all, why we at the bottom?
Huh?
If y'all the ones ain't shit.
See, you just got here.
Y'all ain't shit and we at the bottom. I don't what's going on.
She about to be a problem, Hamp.
Hey.
Wasn't she late?
God, nah, not really.
No.
So Sheree like to be on top.
Goody, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Shay in the building, Mr. Williams in the building, E-Dub, what up? D Majesty, what's poppin'? Mel, you already know. Let's get it, man. Like, share, subscribe, make sure I hit the like button, please. That helps the channel the most. Nate was in the chat. That's what's up. CJ was popping. Make sure I go watch the SPS podcast. Please go like, share, and subscribe. They doing great things over there. They grinding. You know what I mean? O'Shea, what's popping? Miss Jilly, I'll see you. Let's hear y'all say what's up to Miss Jilly in the chat. Baby Sneak in the building. Great T, what up? Marcus, I'll see you. Andre, what's good? Where you been at, man? I need to know, man. Good to see you. He knows. What up, man? I know work be busy in the summer for you, man, but I need you to hit the link at least once a month. You know what I mean? Let me see who else we got. Nightbot behaving. That's always good. DC was shaking. Black Ken, what up, my brother? Hope everything is everything. Aaron, Shalom, Ox, CJ was good. Okay, we got Lauren in the building. Keeps it 100 was popping. Jay Miller was goody. Foe was popping. Bells, what up? Frank White was good, kid. I miss you in the Discord. Jay Ali, salute, putting in work. Hakeem, what's good? My God, what's popping? Salute, man. Get the like, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, man. Let me see. We got 70 people in the building so far, and we got 50 likes. Man, that's probably the best it's been in a long time. Calvin, what's good? I like it, man. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, man. Salute. Damn, so everybody feeling all right? Y'all good? Now, B, I know you said you had a story to tell, but I need to mind something out really quick. What do you mean why you think that she would be a problem?
I was just joking, you know, but she came on, she came on very hostile. She told us, niggas ain't shit and all that, why they at the bottom and all. Why she at the bottom or they at the bottom, whatever she said, So,
Okay.
then look at it, rolling the eyes and all, So,
Okay. So you just checking her temperature.
Yeah,
Okay.
Shit like that.
Shining, Paulo, what up? Royce, what up? So B, you said you had a bub was popping. DirectionCYOP.com, man. Make sure I go get the latest merch. So B, you said you had a story to tell. You want to open up with it?
Well, yeah. So, Ham, listen now. So, you know what College Park is in Maryland, right? Yeah, of course you do. All right. So I went to Charlie's, and I said, I'm about to go see this lady. So, let me call her, see if she want anything. So she was like, yeah, I'll take a blah, 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 blah. All right. So I got the food. And when I took it to her, guess what she said, Ham? You won't believe what the lady said.
What she said?
The food is cold. So I said, well, motherfucker, am I dealing with a child or am I dealing with an adult?
Okay.
If the food is cold, motherfucker, put it in the microwave. I just had a hard day at work, okay? I'm dealing with these slow, retarded motherfuckers. I'm trying to help them with CPR. Motherfuckers been on the job for 2 damn years. They don't know CPR. I give them in the scenario. I say, what you gonna do if you see a guest passed out? Someone's already performing CPR. What you gonna do? He gonna say, call 911. No, that's not what you do. We done went over this 50 million times. So what you gonna do? Then he gonna say, put the BVM. No. See, now you about to be fired because I've been working with you for the past several months. You still don't get this shit. So I'm gonna have to deal with these slow motherfuckers. I got to do meetings and all this other stuff. So I at least thought enough for you to buy you a meal. And the first thing you gonna say is it's cold. Well, bitch, put the shit in the goddamn microwave. Look, how about we do this? You go your way and I go my way. You leave me the fuck alone. You starting to work my nerves. Your best friend starting to work my nerves. Your mama starting to work my nerves. Your daddy starting to work my nerves. Your son, he pissing every goddamn where. All y'all start to work my motherfucking nerves. The only one who ain't working my motherfucking nerves around this bitch is your best friend's son. Everyone else is working my nerves. Listen, leave me the fuck alone, okay? So leave me the fuck alone, okay? But think about that for a moment, Hamp. Think about that. A man buys you some food, and because it's cold, the first thing you say is it's cold. You don't say thank you or nothing. Put it in the microwave. Children say the food is cold. Adults say, let me put it in the microwave.
Indeed. No. So are you extrapolating her attitude and her mode of how she operates to most women?
I mean, no, I wouldn't compare that and her response and attitude towards me buying the food to most women. But I think most women would just put it in the microwave. But I'm just saying, I mean, I just come home from work. I'm tired. I'm trying to spend a little bit of time with you. I already know you're going to talk me to death, so I got to get my mind right for that. All right? I'm just saying, put this shit in the goddamn microwave, man, because goddamn.
Okay.
I mean, shit.
All right. Yo, what? Shorty, if you listening, please put this shit in the microwave going forward, all right? All right, we don't want this to happen, you know what I mean, as much as we can avoid it. All right, did you tell her, B?
No, I just went off. Look, y'all just working my motherfucking nerve. Look, woman, listen. You work my nerves, your son working my nerves. Everybody just working my nerves. Listen, I'm gone. Just bye. Go have a great life. Shit. Think about that. I don't want to deal with the woman. I come home from work and I'm at your spot chilling with you. And the first thing you'll say is the food is cold. You said that shit once before and I let it slide. Just put the shit in the goddamn microwave. Look, woman, you working my fucking nerves. You get the fuck on shit. Your ass can't drive. The sun pissing every goddamn well. It's get the fuck up. It's just shit.
So you don't fuck with her no more.
fuck on this goddamn bed broke and all this stains all on the damn carpet. Y'all working my mom.
God damn, son.
Damn.
You don't mess with her no more?
No, I ain't heard from her since. No, fuck no.
Okay.
Nah, and then she watched my story on Facebook again. She about to get blocked.
Yo, shorty, if you listening, do not watch that nigga's story if you want to know what he doing in his life, man. Stay away from his stories. He gonna catch you lurking. You know what I'm saying? Anything else you want to tell her, V? It's
Watch
still early. It's only
watch
150, 120
the
people.
story with your internet turned off. It won't give them the notification.
Sherelle, good evening. How are you, Sherelle?
I'm doing fine. Watch it. Turn your Wi-Fi off. Turn your internet off. Then press the story. It'll see it, but the internet won't catch it.
Sure, I like your face. It's real oval. It's real ovally. It's a nice little circle. Where you from, Sherelle?
I'm from New Orleans.
Oh, what, you still live there right now?
We damn go. Yeah, I still live in New
I
Orleans.
just ask a simple question, just yes or no.
Now I'm talking about HAMP with the
Well, that HAMP's gonna be HAMP. Well, I'm talking to you right now.
My husband I still live in New Orleans. My husband in the chat.
Oh, well, you have a wonderful life.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, B.
Oh, she not married.
Why are you hating?
I didn't say nothing.
You're hating.
Say nothing. Let B talk his shit, B. Talk his shit.
No, Sherelle. So it's okay, Sherelle, but nice little face you got. I just thought I'd give you a compliment on it.
Thank
I've
you.
been to New York several times, so great spot. Yeah. But you should let me know if you ever come to DC.
I'm gonna be with him in DC.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Well, I can show you around the city. When you come.
All right. That like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. All right, man. So last week, this time, we used the tagline said most women are unbearable, right? But what we really mined out was essentially what are we deeming unbearable and what is probably going to come with dealing with a woman in general, right? And are we trying to get an overcorrection on things that are largely going to happen that we probably need to have a level of acceptance for and not deem as something that would disqualify her, right? And I think we mined through it decently. I think that we need to check unbecoming behavior and we can't excuse it. And also we understand that there's things that come with dealing with the opposite sex. Y'all understand that? Y'all clear? Shah, what do you think? Do you think we did a decent job last week of kind of getting through some of those things?
I think so. As I said on the show, it's things about women that men don't really take well to, but it's not going to change. And some of those things as men we can adapt to. But I think at the same time, all men should have a limit. They should have deal breakers. They should have non-negotiables. Any event they meet somebody who kind of pushes against those, they understand they have a blueprint to know when to get out the car before it's too late. But in general, some things about women that we as men, it's going to be hard for us to accept, hard for us to deal with. But if you want a long-term relationship, you got to kind of figure out what you can and what you can't deal with.
Indeed.
No perfection.
Yeah, that's a fact, though. So let's run through a couple. Because you hear this, men are dogs, most men ain't shit. When you heard that growing up, or if you said it before, ladies, when you see that and read that, what's your initial thought? Me and Tay, they say most men ain't shit. What say you?
I don't believe that. But what I do believe is most men we pick or we end up with or we associate ourselves with ain't shit, right? So I think it's a minority if we're talking about overall in terms of ain't shit men. But I didn't watch the show last week, so I'm wondering like what qualifies as ain't shit. Do y'all
I'm gonna run through a couple of things, but this is more from your lens, right? I didn't want to bring any topics out because then you'll kind of gear your response towards if I ask a question. But just the comment, or excuse me, the statement on his face, pause. Like, what's your general sentiment?
I don't agree.
Okay, okay. Nay, what you think?
Nah, I don't agree either. When females, y'all gonna feel y'all feel. When females say most men ain't shit, it's from him not doing what she want him to do, pretty much, or him not acting the way that she want him to act.
Damn.
She want to be his girlfriend. He want her to be his fuck buddy. So now he ain't giving her a relationship. He ain't shit.
Damn. Just so you know, the bandit attorney has privileges. If he cuts you off or interjects, it is what it is.
The bandit attorney sit in that chair and hush.
Well, he zoomed in when you started talking. Bandit attorney, did you have a reply?
She making sense, man. She making sense. She gonna make for a good witness.
Okay. Jay Lynn, what do you think about this statement or anything you've heard thus far?
I don't agree with the statement.
Okay.
I think that most women that say that, it comes from a place of them not doing any self-reflection or anything like that, no accountability. So they just want to blame everybody else.
Hey. Okay. Alexis, what you think?
Perfect.
I don't want to beat the dead horse, but I agree with the women that spoke before me that statement is not true. Especially what Nate said. I think it's a man that they didn't like, so it's not men as the whole collective. It's just that one man, or maybe two or three, but not a whole lot.
Damn. So y'all shit, it's about to be a breeze. Well,
Niggas ain't shit. The majority of them.
damn. I didn't get to ask you.
She's a problem.
You felt the breeze, feel the plane.
What you mean? Like, break it down.
Most niggas ain't shit. Majority of the women are saying that they've had one or two. We ain't all with the same. I don't know none of y'all niggas, and y'all don't know none of mine, but y'all all ran into the wrong one. But we don't really learn niggas ain't shit from the men we mess with. More than we learn it from our homeboys, cousins, friends, brothers, daddy, uncles, nephews. Them be the ones. The entertainers, the ones we talk to in Discord, especially. They will fortify the spirit of ain't shit. Join the Discord. But you know, hey.
Damn. So her point is, she's in a third world country. Alexis is in Texas by way of Kansas City. Coach Tay is on the East Coast in the DC metropolitan. Jay Lynn somewhere down in Texas. Nay is in the Carolinas. Sherelle's premise is somehow in all these different parts of the country, y'all running the ain't shit niggas. But y'all premise is the women should be blaming themselves. But she's saying how all y'all run into the same archetype of ain't shit niggas if most niggas ain't shit. If most niggas aren't shit. Y'all know what I mean. Reply.
They respect the niggas. They respect the niggas that ain't shit and don't respect the niggas that are shit.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you get what you attract what you are, and I feel like sometimes we, as women, that's just where we are. We don't want what we say we want for real, so we get what we get. But I still stand on that. Like, I don't think the majority of men ain't shit. Just again, the ones we picking may not be shit. So,
Or there's qualities, and that's one thing I think. If we're going to, there has to be like a foundation or a baseline. Like, what makes most men not shit then? Because I need a list so I can kind of like cross reference. Because if I can't really
okay, well,
zone
you
in.
name something. You name one thing that makes a man not be shit.
Well, no, I'm saying if we're going to say most, I would think it would be like a list. I don't think he's just not shit off of one, two, or three
Right, but
things.
that's my point. Was if we all name something and it's the same thing, that's what my point is.
Oh, okay. Well,
But
I mean, as a collective, we can all agree on some. Well, then I think cheating is a human thing versus a male thing as far.
we not talking about cheating though.
Oh, okay.
That's a whole
Well,
nother.
I mean, I don't know too much as far as other than the list that women would mainly give, which would be broke, cheating, lying, but all those type of things. I think it's more of a person thing versus the man or a woman.
He fucked her. He thought she was in a relationship. He went and fucked the next girl. She found out. Now he ain't shit.
Oh yeah. Well, that's cheating.
That's what it is. There is no list that's proven men ain't shit.
Well, I don't know now. Wait a minute, hold on, because we talking about men not taking care of their responsibilities. Like that's what makes you not be shit. You know, things of that nature.
Shit, a lot of females broke.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They just pointed out the cheating thing. So not taking care of the
But it's
responsibility.
not cheating though. She was a fuck buddy. He had another fuck buddy.
Okay, having sex with a whole bunch of women that you're not with, that makes him not shit.
That makes him a man, a single man.
Okay.
Wait a minute now, because that changes.
No, I'm trying to gauge. I'm trying to gauge a
Changes.
collective.
Let's not qualify that because that changes things.
I could come up with the list because y'all don't think they not shit. So let me come up with the list.
Go ahead.
Majority of men are undisciplined. Majority of men will lie to you straight up about their. Let me finish, man. About their intentions for you. The majority of men do cheat. That's why men don't trust men around their women. They know who they are. They know the nature of who they are. Y'all may know them from distance. I'm a guy's girl. I be with the bros. I know what the bros know. And they know they ain't shit. They know that the majority of them go up to women with bad intentions. How are you a good person? Majority of them have low morals. They live in their own nature and they can't overcome it.
Does that fall on the men or the women? Because
it falls on them. Your character belongs to you.
But if you know that man is not coming,
but you're bringing it back to the women. It's not about the women.
Hold on. Wait. Let finish the statements. Nay, finish the statement. Then Sherelle respond once the statement is complete.
If you're allowing this man to come in and you know he ain't got pure intentions and you know he just want to crack, guess what? You're responsible for letting him crack. You gave him access to your body, so you can't blame nobody but yourself. That man didn't force you to fuck him. He didn't break you. He didn't sexually assault you. You gave him.
They do that though, you know, right?
Because you thought you was finna get a relationship.
You know they do that, right?
You said what?
They do that.
Okay, so again, you're making my point. It's the men is some.
No,
shit.
I'm saying they do grape women. They do assault them. These are apex predators. These are not little boys. These are
you
telling me these are the men who have all ability to have dominion over the earth. You need to understand who you're dealing with. Y'all think y'all find one good nigga in y'all whole life and then all of a sudden fuck niggas don't exist.
Clarify the statement. You saying men do that? Okay, we agree that happened.
She says men don't rape you.
Sherelle, you gotta stop interjecting so much because it ruins the quality. So let the statements complete, and then you got the free reign to rebut them, right? So what I'm asking is, you said men take advantage of women, right? We understand that happens. Are you saying that the majority of men do that?
No, but the majority of them lie to women. Yes, they come with intentions, saying one thing, but they only want sex. The majority of men do that.
Okay.
Or if they're stopped now, they have done it in their lifetime. More than they came with pure intentions.
Majority of the time.
The majority of the time.
Ladies, you got anything before I tap the brothers in? Because all of y'all not disagree, but y'all had a different sentiment than what Sherelle is saying. So nobody has nothing aside from Nate. Nobody or Tay says something. Anybody else got something to say about what she's saying?
Rebutting it that nah, I'm interested to hear what they say. I mean, my stance has been put out there. I don't want to argue that point of them being apex predators. Yes.
What you mean?
Like, as far as, or maybe it's the predator word. Like most men are that, and so I guess that makes them all not shit because of what they have. Like we all know, people, period, are inherently evil. So are we all like that to an extent? If most men are like that, then that's when the conversation of women come into where it's like most of us, we're all like this. Yes. So
literally just had this discussion in the Discord the other day. Women are predators because women sit around and they watch men pockets and they see which nigga got the most money and they want to go fuck on that nigga.
So we all just do it differently.
If the men ain't shit because they're predators, then we all ain't shit.
Right. So
the one thing I'll say about what Sherelle said when she was like watching the people around you, like your brothers, your cousins, you know, I had to reconsider with that. So what was it? You did that?
Go ahead.
I'm at work.
Oh, okay. No, I was just saying I had to reconsider my thought process because of what she said. I'm like, well, yeah, she's right, because the men I grew up with, like I know most of them ain't shit. But it's like I was only thinking about guys I've dated or guys I've encountered out in the world in a romantic relationship. So I'm thinking about that now.
Okay, so you may be having a change of opinion.
It's possible. It's possible considering those things. Yes.
Rock, what's popping, man?
What's going on, man?
Goody. So let me clarify this one thing, right? So Alexis is simply saying if all people, right, have the proclivity to be negative or be predatory, then essentially her saying that about men makes that point moot because women and men have the same proclivity. I just want to clarify that last point. Rock, what you think?
I appreciate you.
So I mean, it ain't no secret. Like, we not about to sit up here and act like a lot of niggas ain't shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I once upon a time was one of these probably like ain't shit niggas, right? So the reason why these ladies can't really like pinpoint one thing and like stand on one thing about like what an ain't shit nigga is mainly just because like women just pick bad niggas to be with and to fuck with. Like, you know what I'm saying? Women be picking trash ass niggas and you see it all the time. Like, you know what I mean? I think it was Tay that kind of said there is other shit that's not just cheating, that like there's other things that cause an ain't shit nigga. Like a nigga that don't take care of his kids that's a trash ass nigga. That's a character flaw. We don't even like, you know what I'm saying? So like that opposed to like a nigga that's got like infidelity issues, them not two are the same for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause for me, like cheating ain't the end all be all. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's something that happens, and if you could work past it, you could work past it. It is hard work to do. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But to stay on topic, like, yeah, it is a lot of ain't shit niggas, but it's a lot of these women that choose these ain't shit niggas, and that's why, like, you know what I'm saying? The experiences is what they is.
So is it a matter of those men being chosen and therefore highlighted, or is it a matter of just by sheer numbers they're most likely gonna pick an ancient nigga?
I mean, shit. By numbers, it's more women than men, ain't it?
But I guess what I'm asking is, more men ain't shit, so they gonna naturally run into ain't shit niggas, or do they like ain't shit niggas? That's why they deal with them.
Shit. I think it could be both. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I think it could be both. I think women do ignore red flags. I think, you know, men do the same thing. Like if we talking about like ain't shit niggas is strictly based off like cheating, women cheat too. Yeah.
Right. Take this walk with me.
What's up?
You saying both and men do it too, that's some. Like we already understand that, right? But if you had to give us something that could drive the conversation forward, are most women, they just like the niggas with those characteristics that are also ain't shit, which is why they have no experiences, or just by most men not being shit, they're gonna run into them regardless. You see what I'm saying? Is it them picking, or is it just most men just like that?
I'm gonna go with them picking. I'm gonna stand on like women just be picking.
If they pick them trash niggas by proxy, are they not shit also?
Nah, I don't necessarily agree with that. Like some niggas is savvy. Some niggas got like, you know what I'm saying? Like most of the time, women ain't picking the nigga anyways.
Majority or minority of niggas is savage though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm saying the majority or the minority of niggas is savage. Most niggas is savage or not?
Nah, not I don't, because
give a percentage.
Not just saying like niggas be mad corny, like you know what I'm saying, and women like corny niggas. That's the problem.
You think so?
What women love corny niggas. You've seen it. You be like I be seeing women. I be like, damn, like, and not for nothing. Like niggas only be knowing what they be having. I be like, this nigga about to ruin that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, let me get her for like a month or two. I'll give her back and she'll make him a better man.
Wow.
Damn, son. Golly. Anybody got a reply or y'all good? All right, y'all boring ass niggas good. All right, Shaw, what's poppin'?
So one thing I've learned, and of course, you know, when I first came around, I was getting a lot of flack because I was like, you know, I'll be talking about the women in certain conversations, right? But I can concede that the woman's narrative is more easily digested than the male narrative, right? Because everybody down low talked about how they all know a dude or they got brothers who did you know, foul things to women. I'm particularly talking about relationships, but if you put 100 men in a room, the majority of the men can tell you they slept with somebody's girlfriend. The majority of them. So what I'm saying to say is when we talk about cheating, and I'm sticking with cheating for a moment on purpose, that ain't a man thing. A lot of women cheat. If it ain't physical, it's emotional. It's a phone conversation that goes too long. It's a DM that goes too far. Most men have had that experience with somebody else's girl. Most men. And then if you look at the dudes who are like the upper echelon guys, and you hear the stories they talk about, like when I first moved to Atlanta, the first friend group I got around was trainers. When I tell you like the way trainers are able to move around in the world, particularly like a place like Atlanta, it's kind of disgusting, bro. There's a lot of niggas, girls that got hit just because dude had some muscles. And so women are always kind of like, I don't know what type of girls y'all talking about, but every man got their story. So when we talk particularly about relationships and like people not being shit and all that, it's one of them things where, bro, it's enough stories that if they do a reality TV show for a couple of weeks, we'll see, man, girls kind of move very similar to how guys move.
So I understand that premise. So what should we take from that premise? What should be our synopsis?
Right, I get you. It's not necessarily fighting against the idea that men ain't shit, but what I guess I'm saying is like the journey that all humans go through to get to a point where they can actually be committed is very similar. So I think the notion is kind of people who are attracting people who are very similar to them. That's really what it comes down to. The women that had a story about every dude they met did something wrong, they like them type of dudes. Because along the way, they're denying guys that are probably higher caliber, but they might be too short. They might not be the cool dude at school. At the time they meet them, they might not have the money they want. There's all different types of factors that go into that, but they passing on guys that are quality guys. It's just not the guys they're attracted to.
So you
if the story is full of ain't shit niggas.
Yeah. Okay. So you essentially agree with Rock.
Yeah.
Yep. Rock agree with Nay.
Can we rebuttal?
Hey, give me a second. Let me just set the baseline. And Tay on the fence. I think Alexis said something worth remembering, but then she kind of wavered. But I think she agrees with Rock and Shaw. Jalen whispered her agreement with Nay. B, what you think? B, you chewing like that is diabolical, my nigga. What you got? What you got? Laffy Taffy?
No. Some French fries, and I ordered.
You got a sugar daddy?
And I ordered some honey garlic wings.
Damn, man, you chewing like Mr. Ed when they used to put peanut butter.
I ate that all day. Oh, y'all said I had some quesadillas for breakfast. I'm sorry, I did. I had some quesadillas for breakfast. And an apple. I'm trying to lose some weight.
Quesadilla and an apple? That's your goal is what?
I'm trying to lose my gut.
But take this walk with me real quick. Quesadilla and an apple. What part is the gut? Like, what you trying to do?
Well, just you need the fruit because that gives you, that you need the fruit because you know that helps you lose weight. The quesadilla was just a little snack.
Was it a whole quesadilla, you think, or what?
No, yeah, it was a whole quesadilla. I got it from Wawa. Yeah, it was chicken.
It was good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I liked it. My second time going.
You finished it? Pause.
Yeah, I ate it all. Pause.
Did you finish the apple though? That's the part.
Yeah, I ate the apple.
All right, cool. What you think,
I don't think the majority of men ain't shit. I don't think that. I just think women just be choosing poorly. I mean, I've noticed that when it comes down to it, lots of women see the red flags and just ignore it, and then they want to say, "Oh well, he won shit, and he won this, he won that." Well, motherfucker, you knew before you got with him. So, I would also say too, ain't shit. We would have to define what makes someone ain't shit, which I think Tay, I believe, hit on a little bit earlier. I think it was Tay and Lexus that was having a conversation about what makes a man ain't shit, and I think that we would have to examine what makes a man ain't shit, and it might be subjective. But if we're just gonna go by what we naturally know for a man to be as not shit, then I would say no. I don't think majority of the men ain't shit. Actually, a lot of the men that I know is upstanding, good men who take care of their families and are honest and just hardworking everyday citizens.
What you got, Sherelle?
I feel like they're not going to address the points of why men ain't shit. They're just going to do a whataboutism, right? So the title of the show is not "Women Are Too." Women do too. Guess what? If you're the color blue and I'm the color blue, it doesn't change the fact that you're the color blue. So we're not talking about women ain't shit. We talk about that. This is a space dedicated to it. We're talking about how men ain't shit. So are the majority of men in the U.S., wherever y'all want to go, because I know y'all like to go on the planet, disciplined?
But no. So a man not being disciplined means he ain't shit?
In my bracket, yeah.
I mean, but then, even if we were to go down that road, I would say that's a man not being disciplined, that's a very wide road. I mean, so again, we have to narrow it down because he's not disciplined doesn't mean he ain't shit. Is he not disciplined with his money?
That's mine. So number 2, the majority of men cheat.
Majority of people cheat.
No, I don't. We don't agree with that.
And actually,
the majority
and if
of
we're
men
going
cheat.
to take that route, that lots of men cheat, we do know a study was done where women cheat more than men. Just
Don't
throw
do
that
Was
out.
it the majority?
You can help yourself.
Who are the women cheating with?
Now you're trying to play semantics, who they cheating with. That's irrelevant. At
Men.
the end of the day, there was a study that was done that proved that women cheat more than men. I'm just throwing it out. If I was
Do any of the men on the panel trust your wife or significant other to have a close male friend?
I do.
Yes.
No.
That's 2 out of 3. No.
No,
I do.
no.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if we look at the panel, I can see maybe 3 men in a 3-digit bracket of sexual encounters. I don't see that for the women.
What?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Ain't shit. I can see at
what does
least
Maybe
that
on a
mean?
different kind of show,
3 men
Sherelle.
at the top of the show with at least over 100 bodies under their belt.
This not a bottle girl show. This not a bottle girl show, bro.
But if he has a high body count,
It
that
ain't
means
a body boy. It ain't a bottle boy show.
But Sherelle, so let me ask you this
No,
question.
but that's where you messing it up. These conversations, we don't have these conversations with the bottle girls. That's not who's invited here.
What that mean?
What does that mean?
I'm saying, so we're saying that the super niggas, this is a community, right? Where super niggas are welcome, right? The bottle girls, right, don't get to come around here and get to pop that shit.
Have had somebody on here with 300 bodies before, right? They don't
They don't show up week in and week out. They couldn't breathe this air.
Because as men
they would
understanding,
get weeded out, Sherelle.
But because men, as y'all understanding this ain't shitness, when a woman tells us she has 300 bodies, we're like, ew. When they tell y'all have 300 bodies, y'all promote them to super nigga. Because y'all aspire to be that. If y'all had the opportunity to be that, you would be that.
So hold on, you think the niggas promote super niggas?
Character.
The super niggas?
Huh?
You think the niggas is the one that promote super niggas?
You pedestalize them by giving them that role.
Yeah, the majority of men.
No. Hold on. No. Is it an assessment of their place in society, or is it
that
just
they're
above
saying,
you? Wow, I want to be like
you're essentially saying they're above you. So I mean, you kind of put yourself.
The super niggas is a thing, right? Because they have status, right? They have things.
Okay, so they're above you, right?
They have no. But the issue is if my nigga. So shout out to my nigga Sean Antonio, right? Sean Antonio, he talk cool like that, right? He cool.
Mm-hmm.
You think Sean Antonio would keep being cool just like that if it wasn't correlated to him getting women?
Okay, so are you saying that
you think his demeanor he would just keep that shit if it meant him not getting no bitches?
What does that change in effect? Because when y'all take the super niggas, y'all need to add.
It wouldn't be super niggas if women wasn't choosing them.
Niggas. Super ain't shit niggas. In the
he needs to hold on, Arnold. You need to before you move forward, Arnold. You need we need a direct reply to his question that he asked. So Arnold, repeat your question.
I'm saying, could they be super niggas if women weren't choosing them?
Yeah,
because that ain't the only thing y'all define a super nigga as. You know that.
No, we don't call Bill Gates and Bezos super niggas.
You literally any nigga that ain't living a normal lifestyle to your standards, you call them a super nigga.
If it don't
and try to disqualify them from the conversation, bro. You don't use
niggas don't got Bezos and Bill Gates on their wall.
Which one of these men on top would you consider a super nigga?
I want to say what Ron talked this shit before. Shad talked this shit before. Hamp talked this shit before.
Why you consider them super niggas?
Because
they're but the way they communicate, right? Their relations with women and their experiences with women.
So you pedestalize
credibility.
All right, so you pedestalize them because they're able to get access to a lot of. Yes, you said they have status. that's putting them on a pedestal. Don't deny that.
Okay, so we're saying that so niggas pedestalize them, right? So the niggas pedestalize them, so the women have nothing to do with this process.
We didn't give him that. We didn't give him that role. You're literally.
I'm asking you a question. The women have nothing to do with this process.
You're the one who made them the measurement.
It's a word. It's a joke to them niggas, right? When we're in conversation, oh, super niggas. But the reason they're super niggas, if they wasn't getting no bitches, they wouldn't be super niggas.
If you didn't consider their abundance of access to bitches as a high status thing, you wouldn't call them a super nigga.
Because it's something that's hard to do. It's not easy.
Okay, then. So you're giving them credit for being promiscuous, right?
So you're saying that we said our appreciation of the ain't shitness is what you're saying is bad.
Yeah,
I'm saying the fact that y'all
hold on. Let Sherelle let them finish that, and then you can jump in.
Yeah, because me and Sherelle, she has a different point. My point is you're being complacent in the process of something that you're trying to change by calling them a super nigga and pedestalizing them for something that you don't even agree with. You're saying you wouldn't even do it.
Who said that?
When Sherelle asked you the question, you said no, you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't follow in their footsteps.
When did she ask me that?
Didn't you ask him that, Sherelle? I don't even know if she was. Anyway.
Yeah. Facial paralysis.
So where we at? What we doing? So are you guys arguing that? So Arnold is acknowledging, right, what a super nigga is. Is that by proxy him saying that he also praises it, or is he just simply saying this is what is touted and this is what qualifies those men, and he acknowledges the feats that those men have succeeded in because it's difficult? Does that mean he's like infatuated or something?
He's saying he's giving them appreciation and credit for doing something that he himself would do. So you want to give them credit for something that you don't agree with. You don't agree with them doing it.
He never said that though.
I never said that.
Okay, so you have no problem with them having sex with over 100 women, right?
No. I probably have more problem with the hypocrisy, right? Of the women who value those men, right? Saying that those men aren't shit.
Who value them because of their body count?
100 women.
Women value the when y'all acquire this 100 body count, that every time y'all introduce yourselves to a woman, y'all telling a woman, I got 1,000 bodies. You should be 1,001. That's not how it works.
So okay, so now we copying, please.
You can be a nice looking man.
Y'all can't tell.
You can be a man.
Y'all can't tell. So you can't tell the difference between me and the niggas I named. You can't tell.
They're more attractive than you. That's it.
So what was the problem 5 seconds ago?
That's what I'm saying, Arnold. Just because they're more attractive than you does not mean that their character should be lower than yours.
Hey, I need all y'all to turn up your fucking EQ, my nigga. Turn it up. Turn that shit up.
So you're telling me that somebody's character should be associated with their attractiveness?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I say y'all ain't shit. Because if you look better, because if you look better, you would have 300 bodies too. Y'all do what y'all can, and when y'all can, y'all cut the fuck up and act in y'all too unevolved.
Sherelle, that is not really a great reply per se.
That is a great reply.
You gotta listen to what he's saying in totality. You know what I mean?
Nah, yeah, I don't have a problem with look. I don't have a problem with men who've been my peers, my homies, right, for getting to it. I don't have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying?
Of course not.
Morality is not my bag. Principles is not my bag. I'm the bandit attorney.
We know you ain't shit.
We not gonna have the conversation.
Shit like that.
About ain't shit niggas, right? And ain't shit niggas get access.
Okay, but Arnold,
That's
y'all are talking about what does that change? You saying that because ain't shit men can do this or ain't shit men can do that. You're still quantifying that they still ain't shit.
We talking about
The
principles,
conversation is
morality.
about
What are we
are
talking
they
about?
not? The conversation is about are they ain't shit, and then we're
Who's-
gonna talk about what ain't shit people do.
But why do you
We
want
black,
him?
we glorify a lot of negative shit, right?
Yes.
So let's take it there, since that's what you're saying. Because you're saying because they get some type of glorification, then it disqualifies anything. We glorified the niggas who do the wrong shit in the communities. Do that make it the shit that they do right? When we bigged up the drug dealers, did it make selling drugs in your neighborhood and fucking over your neighborhood and fucking over your people? Did it make it the right thing to do?
That's a well. So just a corrective action is that's a false equivalency.
No, it's not a false
because
equivalency.
because right, the women who are saying these men ain't shit are in full participation, but in large
I ain't
numbers.
saying you ain't shit, and my body count lower.
No, well,
Now what?
but see, but what
And
that
all
is
the
that,
rest of the
but
women, all the rest of the women said y'all was
Sherelle,
good.
but what that is that's a concession you just made, because what you had to do is take it off of all women and make it exact to you to continue your point.
Okay, so what I'm saying is the
Okay.
rest of the women are saying y'all is shit. I'm saying y'all ain't shit. So address me. Y'all, it's I'm the only person with a disagreement.
Well,
It's me
no.
versus none.
Jalen was arguing just now, and then Tay's on the fence, right?
Because he was trying to argue and put it back on the women when he gave them that fucking position in the first place. That's why.
That's because y'all doing what about
Yes, you did. You literally created super
We put a tag on it because maybe
the majority of the
y'all
men
not good with
around are
giving
good
niggas tags. Like, what are you talking about?
That's accountability right there. You can't even say, "Oh yeah, I said it." It's women are doing it. We're not talking about women, right? We're talking about men.
Recognize something.
We're not talking about the women.
I know, but here's well, go ahead, Arnold. Well, let me just do this right. So here's what we're saying, right? They say most men ain't shit. We're trying to understand the qualifiers. We're trying to understand what should be are men ain't shit, or should this be acceptable behavior? And then he's looking at the women participating and then appreciating those men more than the men that don't have the acceptable behavior. So should you be calling those men ain't shit, or should you just be accepting of the behavior since you like it so much?
I should be calling it ain't shit because it ain't shit.
But you understand, you see what the processing of the information is, right? You calling them ain't shit, but you prefer them. Stop calling them
I don't
names.
prefer them.
Well, yeah, right. But just generally, right? Don't call them names if you offer prefer them. And to get mad because you get what you knew you was gonna get, but you thought you was gonna change it, nigga.
So what about when the men be like, women are annoying? We just want them to shut the fuck up. They're miserable. They're always just miserable.
That was last week's show, Sherelle. That was last week's show.
No,
He had a whole show on that.
no.
That was last week's show.
We bringing up old shit.
Last Wednesday, 7 days ago.
We're bringing up old shit. We're bringing up old shit. So when y'all are saying, all of these women wear weave. All of these women, we don't like they wear weave. They wear lashes. They wear makeup. They're fat. They talk too much.
That was last week's
and y'all
show.
are fucking them. So what's up?
We did 3 hours on that?
Fucking 300
3 hours on that exact subject. What are you talking about?
Fucking 300 of them. So what's up?
What are we talking about?
Is she wrong? You claim are the most.
Did you remember what HAMP started the show is? If that's just basic, like if that's basic standard operating procedure for women, we need to just accept it.
Arnold, you said
we came to an agreement.
We've accepted, and we came to an agreement. Well, let me finish. We've came to an agreement that all women are miserable, so we're just gonna deal with them. And women came to an agreement with the fact that y'all all ain't shit. And now they and now they gotta lie to themselves to make themselves feel better about the fact that the niggas that they fucking with is ain't shit niggas. Their daddies was ain't shit niggas. They uncles is ain't shit niggas. They brothers is ain't shit niggas. They co-workers is ain't shit niggas. They friends, homeboys, all of that ain't shit niggas. The majority of when they go to their female friend, they homegirl, the same shit in her life.
Okay. So Sherelle, what actually happened last show was when we talked about the annoyance of women, right? We actually gave it clarification and perspective, as opposed to looking at her like she's a nuisance. Oh, she want to be under me. She got a million niggas in her DMs. Right? She could definitely go a different way with it. So as opposed to pushing her away when she want to sit under you at the game, appreciate the fact that she there and she just want to be under you in the first place. So we actually made sense out of those things that people were saying
And
Yo,
the
fuck all
show,
that. You see what I'm
the
saying?
show about women being miserable wasn't the show last week.
Oh, I'm talking about I'm talking about the one that is is parallel to this show.
I was talking about the one where y'all said all of us was miserable.
Oh, I gotta recall it. So I don't know if we got to the bottom of that, right? Where we at now. So this is what we're actually on this premise, right? And we kind of been talking through it. But does it make a man ain't shit, right? For having sex or access to multiple women?
For
Or
him to be a whoremonger, yeah.
is he just exercising options that
It
he
make a
has
man shit.
access to?
It make a man shit.
No, I don't
No.
think we need to be considering that because everybody fucking.
But I know, but understand, I'm the girl who don't like whoremongers.
Understood.
And y'all,
Well,
and y'all are the
let
ones
them
who
let
would say
them
that
get in. Let
whoremonger
them
is something.
get in. Let them
The
get
point
in.
is, what we're qualifying is, oh, well, he fucking a lot of bitches, so he ain't shit. That's not it. That's not my point. My point of, okay, if we're gonna consider him not being shit, that means he's not taking care of his responsibilities as a man. He's not standing on his own 2 feet. He's not, doing the things a man is supposed to do. That we all say, right, or we all agree on. So that's what I'm talking about. I don't really think, let's pull the how many girls we fucking out of it, because we already know how that's gonna go. And it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, because we don't care if they cheat for real. We stand, everybody's staying. Well, not everybody, but for the most part, bitches is staying. So that don't matter.
Yeah, they're gonna stay with him because they've understood that this is what we just have to accept. But it doesn't
Right.
mean that this shit is correct.
But it don't mean he ain't shit either, though. That's my
It do
point.
mean you being disloyal in a committed relationship. If you think that somehow a man being disloyal to you, giving you the chance to give you a disease you can't get rid of, makes him a good person.
No, I didn't say that.
I see why
I
they
didn't
get
say
away with the
that.
shit they get away with.
No, ma'am, I didn't say that makes him a good person. My point is that doesn't disqualify him from being with me because that happened. What I'm
Okay,
saying
so
is,
just say I like ain't shit niggas, but don't say they ain't they is something. Just say
No, but
I
that's
like cheating niggas. Cheating niggas ain't
no,
shit.
that's not the
Cheating
point.
niggas ain't shit, and just say I like
Terrell,
shit.
condense it.
That's fine, but that's not my point. The point is niggas gonna fuck regardless. Bitches gonna fuck. But women fuck differently. Okay. We fuck with our emotions and our feelings and shit. It's different for men. So they don't look, and then also they don't look at it like that. So that's something we in our thought processes need to fucking accept because it's not gonna change. They're gonna keep doing it. So maybe that's just me, but I'm willing to deal with that. But it's certain things like you being a man and you not acting like the head of the household and not leading things of that nature. Those are the things I'm not going to accept.
Rock, what you saying?
Nah, I'm just saying, like, what she's saying is like they just settling on ain't shit niggas. I've been said that at the beginning. Y'all love ain't shit niggas. Like that's the point. But what I'm getting at is though is like I don't think because a man sleep with a bunch of women make him an ain't shit nigga. If he put everything out on the table, I can't speak for anybody else. I can only speak for myself. Me, I personally don't want the responsibility of no relationship like that. I don't want, like, you know what I'm saying? I've done that. I'm cool right now. I'm selfishly, I want to do what I want to do. I don't want to have to answer to nobody. I don't have to if I don't feel like it. You know what I'm saying? When we kick it, we kick it. When we don't, we don't, right? So now when I bring that to you and I'm honest with you, and this is how I'm speaking to you and I'm telling you, you know what I mean? Boom, when we together, we have a good time, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. When if I don't answer my phone, I'm not answering no questions on why I didn't answer my phone or, like, you know what I'm saying? Now it's on you to choose to deal with that or to not deal with that. Now let's say I'm dealing with 3 different women, right? If you're the number 3 woman, right? And I make you feel good and I give you everything that you're looking for in a relationship and you number 3 to me, but I make you feel better than any other nigga that you talking to, I'm as my number 3, I'm treating you better than they is treating you as they number 1. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like what you want. I don't feel that make a nigga not an ain't shit nigga. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like
that, and that's the overarching point, right, Rock? So he has options, right? He ain't even treating these women poorly, right? Yeah. But then if one find out this, that, and the third, and oh, now he ain't shit. Why? if you know that men gonna exercise their options, does that automatically make them ain't shit? That's what we trying to thoroughly understand.
So like, you know, the saying is like, a man is only as faithful as his options, right?
Yeah.
I don't believe that. I believe a man is only as faithful as he allows his options to be. You can have mad options. Like the big girl could like me. I'm not really into big women like that. But the big girl could like me. I don't exercise that option. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. It's interesting to hear them speak, but it's like we said at the beginning, y'all love ain't shit niggas. And then from what Sherelle is saying is like, but then y'all put up with it. I don't
So-
think that's
So
settling.
it's enabling,
like
and when you
So
enable,
Rock,
when you
wait,
enable
hold on,
that
Sherelle.
behavior,
Let me
it just seems
finish
like
this
it's settling.
conversation with him. So Rock, that's the thing that we trying to understand. The minute they want, why are we calling them ain't shit? That's their preference. That's why we having this conversation. Like, what's the actual qualification? Let me read these real quick. B, you good? You leaning and all that?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
That quesadilla on your ass. Pause. Say with the $5. Salute. Just HAMP. Salute, man. Welcome.
What up, buzzin', bird, flip a dozen. Holla at your boy, you thought your cousin was.
Justin Himes in the building. Just became a member of the family. Welcome, cuzzo. Granny was popping. Granny does the Arnold job. Ron, salute.
Perfect.
Granny in the building was popping. Salute to Granny for the first 50 ball of the day.
And when I'm feeling broke, E and J by my side, Henny like $40. This shit like 25.
It's Sean, yo, I appreciate the blessing yesterday, kid. It definitely came in handy today. What happened? I had to get an inspect. All types of shit just be happening. Feel me? So the blessing came through in the nick of time. I appreciate it. HQ was popping with the $5. Make sure I go subscribe to HQ Reacts. She been grinding over there day and night. I wake up, she got a notification says she going live, man, off the humble. So
drop the link for her.
HQ, man. Salute to HQ. Stop lying, ladies. There is an overabundance of men doing pookie-like behavior. Daily with the $2 says, Nay preaching from the pulpit. Ezekiel, what up,
What up, buzzin', bird, flip a dozen. Holla at your boy, you thought your cousin was.
To my Ezekiel Ben Israel in the building. Gifted 5. This might be risky memberships, man. Whoever got blessed with one, please maintain it. HQ with the $5 says, for all of us women to run up on a multiple ain't-ish ninjas every time we pick, there must be a lot of ain't shit niggas. Aaron with the $2. So that's the thing that's actually under contention right now, HQ. Aaron with the $2 says, women cheat more because they have a whole alphabet. Black Dawn with the $5 says, most guys who said they have 300 bodies are liars. CJ with the $2 says, Arnold is saying y'all women are unwanted. Laugh out loud. Black Dawn with the $10 says, attorney, is Hamp, Shy, and Ron super niggas? Sherelle, they ain't super niggas. Dang, Hamp, Sherelle just said you ain't shit. And you had no girls. You just gonna take that? Aaron with the $5 says, they super niggas because they survived the abuse of women who got clearly took advantage of them. Even if that mean they got abused 100 times, they overcame.
Cousin, don't cut up.
Ezekiel Israel with the $5 says, Arnold on demon time. Black Dawn with the $5 says, Arnold. Hey, Rock, do me a favor, mute real quick. You just got a little bit of a echo. Black Dawn with the $5 says, Arnold, morality and principles. I got none of that. Holy shit. He said that. I missed that shit. Black Dawn be put in quotations, but he be paraphrasing like a motherfucker. Black Dawn with the $5 says, Shrek, we just want women to shut the fuck up. We want them to stop wearing weaves and we want them to stop being fat. Is this a CJ impression? HQ with the $5 says, see how women have accepted being disrespected in relationships? Congrats, guys. You convinced them. Black Dawn with the $5 says, Ron, I don't want responsibilities, and I just want to do what I want to do. Ain't shit, nigga. Creed. Aaron with the fight house, his cousin. If he honest about the other women, is he still considered ain't shit, or could it be more of if he lies to the women? You want to respond to this, bro?
It's really the lies, but the majority of them lie. The majority of them not attractive enough to just be honest with women, or they don't bring enough value.
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most.
I wanted to ask Ron that too. Let me finish.
Okay, ask him. Go ahead. You got a question without context?
Yeah, I got a question. Do you think the majority of men are honest with women?
No, I don't think the majority of men is honest with women. No, I think that, but I do think like you gotta go through shit. Like I said, I can't speak on anybody else's experience other than my own. Like I'd have been through it. I had to go through it to get to where I'm at. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, y'all gonna accept what y'all accept. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I put it on y'all to be like, either you gonna fuck with me or you not.
Right.
So the majority of men are not honest.
Let me help him clarify his point.
Nah, he don't need your help.
Nah, he knew to this.
You're not
He
the
knew to
attorney.
this. He knew to this. Look, so here's what actually happens, nigga. Come on. You know what really scuffed my Tim's rock? They got all this intuition. They got all this Miss Cleo in them like a motherfucker. They can see through a wall, right? If they squint their eyes hard enough. And then what do they say when they meet you, Ron, or when you get access? I heard about you.
Yeah.
And now she's surprised about the outcome. Get the fuck out of here, man. That shit don't work.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here.
Work, bro. Y'all be acting so like, come on. They can't see nothing, right? And they literally say that to you.
Wait.
Don't nobody want nobody that nobody else don't want.
That doesn't remove the lie.
Be surprised. It
What I'm
doesn't.
saying
It don't
is-
remove
what
the
I'm
lie.
saying is they're being willfully obtuse, right? They understand
Every
the situation.
man is not having that experience.
I'm gonna
Okay,
finish.
great.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna finish this last statement. My mic costs $500. Y'all don't even have one. They're being willfully obtuse, right? They know what they're getting themselves into, but they be like, it's never gonna be them, right? They think they're gonna change a nigga, and then when they get the outcomes that they knew was gonna happen that they didn't want, right? Then they say he ain't shit.
Right.
You just said when you met, boy, I heard about you.
Right.
Come on, man.
If Hamp starts speaking for you, if Hamp starts speaking for you, it's because he feel like I got you.
Nah.
I just want you to know that if Hamp start helping y'all out,
No. I
want to know because
Rock.
you here.
He's
a lifeboat. That's a lifeboat up. These are the lifeboats at the end. They're familiar with Sherelle.
Sherelle.
When they see y'all losing, that's when they gonna jump.
No, it's not about losing, right? Because just like on our show every Tuesday, I literally speak Sherelle so everybody else can understand.
No. So
it's just all it is. You know,
you ain't do it last show.
You did a good job last show. You were clear. You've been hanging around me a long time. You welcome. Mute. Let me have that. All right, go ahead, Rock.
Yeah,
we gotta get shot and B about to fall asleep.
Yeah. She asked me if I feel like most niggas lie to women. I said, yeah. Like him didn't have to interject on that or anything like that. But I also think most niggas is corny as fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You let her turn you against me, my nigga?
Nah, bro. Listen, like, but she have to understand where I'm coming from. Like, I think niggas is mad.
Call my back, man.
I think
it's the dimple. It's the dimple. It's the dimple now.
I ain't see that. It might be. But like, I think niggas is mad corny. So I do be thinking like niggas don't understand. Like you could get it just by being honest just as much as you lying. Like it ain't.
I appreciate you, Ron. I appreciate you for being honest with me and not just trying to stand in solidarity. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you for, not trying to be a part of the brotherhood right now and just being real about your ex chromosomes.
I'm not going against my brothers. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying you asked me if I believe most men is liars, but I also think they corny. So I think when they telling these lies to get to women, like, you know what I mean? That's corny to me. I don't move like that.
So they corny lying niggas, and the majority of them are corny lying niggas. So
A lot of them,
corny lying niggas couldn't go into the category of ain't shit.
But y'all love these corny lying niggas because y'all love.
No, I'm
niggas.
just saying. I'm not saying what we do with them when they go to the category. I'm asking, are they in the category? See, because if we love ain't shit niggas, they have to go into the ain't shit category, right? So we gotta qualify them to go in that category that we love so much.
But
so I'm just saying, how they get in the vending machine?
I get on a mannequin hoping somebody buys it, Sherelle.
What?
How is the corny niggas just got all this fucking access to bitches now? Just the regular niggas just walking around.
I think it's just his premise on what corny. He's just saying that he's just saying that men that lie to women are corny.
So we talking about the average man. The average man lies to women. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, the majority
lies to women about what?
Everything, anything, whatever they gotta say.
Cheating, right?
If she says she like a nigga that's gonna take long walks on the beach, she gonna bring her to the beach. If she says
talking about cheating,
she says she likes with money, he gonna say he got a good job.
Are we talking about cheating?
If she says she want to be married, he gonna say I want to be married in 6 months.
Women say niggas be lying. Are they not talking about cheating?
No, we're talking about lying about anything.
Anything.
Just lying.
Everything.
What the fuck could be as close to fucking cheating? Lying about. What the fuck?
Lying about the littlest shit. What are you talking
about? So you never lied to a lady?
He definitely has.
You see what I'm like? Come on, you never lied to a lady to get in her pants or do anything.
I want him to see it. I want you to say no, bro.
No.
Wow. Okay.
Dude,
all right.
I've done some shit that I did not want to do.
You're not talking about cheating, though. No.
I don't like half that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's not lying, my nigga. That's me understanding a woman and doing shit that she like to do.
Ah, so manipulative. Got it. Okay.
Manipulation. Majority of men manipulate women.
It's called
lying.
GHEY, bro. Trying to get bitches. That's what it's called. What are we talking about right now?
Right. And by using tactics.
I know women like doing that shit. So women try to fuck with me. What are we talking about right now?
We not.
Instead of doing what Ron said and be like, you either with it or you not.
So my nigga, want me to sit at the house with a tank top on, my nigga, and fucking watch ESPN and gamble on
whatever keeps your dignity as a man, you should do. Whatever keeps your dignity as a man, you should do.
Right, and that's the thing. So, because Arnold, you're a self-proclaimed.
What are we talking about right now?
So I don't understand.
Niggas trying
represent
to be around women and do shit that women like.
The worst of the worst. So we understand where you're coming from. You understand what I'm saying? We know you need you got a image to uphold, Arnold. But it is what it is. The majority of them. Right?
What did I miss? Hey, do me a favor, Shaw, baseline it for me.
I'm trying to figure out where we at. We kind of skipping around just a little bit.
We're trying to figure out what they lying about, him. What the men lying about. And he said he never lied to a lady.
Arnold said he ain't never lied.
That's the image that you're upholding.
Nigga lied about what, nigga?
Okay.
So if we're talking about doing shit that I really don't want to do.
Okay.
Walking at the fucking park, nigga. Going to the fucking mall.
That's a lot.
Are you triggered? Are you triggered right now?
Shit that I don't want to do.
They saying it's manipulative for men to try.
It's the ain't shitness in your blood cutting up right now.
It's kind of.
Hold on, y'all. What is?
They were talking about the things that men do, I guess, to create closeness with women, and Sherelle was saying that's manipulation because we don't actually like to do it.
Are you saying that like we participate in things we don't like to do?
Right.
So we're being manipulative?
A couple things.
Like when you the process of knowing that your intentions is only to tell this girl or do whatever this girl needs to hear so that you can hit your goal, which is to smash her, right? But you need to convince her you're somebody you're not. When you show up with your representative and you're showing her, you're trying to tell her you're interested in all her interests, you're doing all of this, the whole manipulation tactic, because you know that, look, I'm just trying to smash, right? So I'm gonna be whoever she need me to be until I get what I want, and then fucking mask off. You know what I'm saying?
But don't women do the same thing?
Not if it's.
Don't women do the same thing?
We're not talking about women tonight.
Wait. So B, that's not a good rebut, right? That's a shut up, no, you shut up. right? So what do you think about what she's saying specifically?
I was doing 50-minute thing. I was doing couple
So she's saying men will put on whatever front and facade they need to just to access the vagina. Which I guess most men do that essentially. I guess is their
point. Yeah.
Okay. Does that make him ain't shit? If most men do that, and do you think most men do that?
I would say if a man is leading a woman on just to get some cheeks, yes, we could say in that case he could be considered not shit. Yeah.
Do the majority of men do that or have done that in a lifetime? Because we know some of y'all are reformed, ain't shitters.
Do you have to? Let me ask you a clarifying question. If you do it once, does that make you ain't shit? Or if it's your modus operandi, like how does that work?
That's a great question.
I'll forgive you if you did it once.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, is it their modus operandi? You're saying it's like that's what they do essentially.
That's
like,
what they do.
There's a pattern. You ain't shit.
So
until they get to a point where they want to reform or they find one that they don't want to lose, but they're gonna leave a casualty of women in the waking.
Okay.
Hey, Hemp, I think
I would go ahead.
I think it's a game that's played that both men and women participate in, right? Because there's a lot of double talk. On one end, it's like women have a lot of intuition; they can see all the signs, as you mentioned. Then on the other end, men have this very like sinister game that we play. But I think really what it is like when people lose at this game they play, one of the responses is that men ain't shit because you're looking at women who played their game and it wasn't like the man was there. Because I don't think the majority of grown men, are we talking about 16, 17-year-old boys? Because we hear men ain't shit. Are we talking about teenagers? Are we talking about grown men? Because I think around the age like 19, 20, you start to understand the game is not necessary at all. Like if a woman wants you, you don't got to play that game. I think the majority of men understand and experience that. When you a young man trying to figure out how to vibe with women, when you like a girl, how to kind of approach her, how to figure out how to get to the next level, there can be some deception because it's kind of based in like ignorance of knowing how women operate. But I don't think grown men in mass, I don't think the majority of grown men are playing this game to have sex with women. It's no reason to.
If you've gone through a period in your life where you have had to lie or do shitty behavior tactics to get with women, you still ain't shit. You still gotta wear that.
I don't think the majority of guys have this long, drawn out, like,
if there was a pattern of behavior, if you didn't do it just once, you were not shit during that time period.
Yeah, so motherfucker, you don't got a lot to kick it. It ain't that difficult. Y'all be going.
It ain't that difficult for DJ Hampton, bro.
It ain't that difficult for the average guy, though.
We was just having a conversation about how
that's literally their complaints, and it's hard for them to get
in the friendship zone just so that they can smash girls.
Yo,
and that's normal.
So now it's not hard for average men to get. I don't get this.
Yeah, because everybody's DJ Hamp. And everybody's DJ Hamp, and at the end of at the club set, the girls is coming over there like, I heard about you, Q Dog. I heard about you.
That ain't the only scenario of niggas need women.
Yeah, I'll be chilling. I'm just saying.
Look at I be chilling.
I'm just saying. Like I ain't do no rock. No, we'll be on a mission. Let her fucking sneeze wrong. Fuck, I'm out of there. Nigga. I'm thinking, what? Say what?
So, if it wasn't that hard, y'all three wouldn't have been called a super nigga. I'm gonna just say that. If it wasn't that hard.
I mean, that's just like that's part of the internet, like, you know, banter.
No, I think he added realistic measurements to the joke.
What are we doing?
Bro.
Why are you posting this?
How I'm supposed to be? Tell me.
You supposed to be by saying, "Oh, it's not really hard." Like niggas is like no niggas.
Stop coaching him. That's what I'm talking about.
Right?
Yo, Terrell.
Niggas is just statues, right? Niggas is just statues going through their regular life, and women just fucking show up. They spawn in niggas' lives, right? Niggas just and women is here.
They spawn like
how they be? How they be? Arnold? How niggas be? How niggas be? How they be posed?
Like that, my nigga. What are we saying?
No, I'm saying in the pursuit of women. Like The pursuit of it, the average man in the pursuit of getting women, it's not like an Olympian task, bro.
Niggas is out here, my nigga, grinding to get pussy.
I know, but I'm saying even the so-called super
Don't just
nigga
show
doesn't
up, my
look at
nigga.
it.
Hey, my nigga, all praise due, my nigga. If that's your experience, my nigga,
Arnold got this image
All
of the
praise
attorney
due.
to uphold. So he trying to go to bat for y'all. He been in court watching the other attorneys and the district attorneys and shit. Now he coming up in here playing this role. Arnold, I don't want to hear that shit.
What are we talking about? So we saying, hold up, bro. We saying that the issue I'm having right now, you saying that niggas learning how to deal with women and how to attract women is now lying. And
No,
it's
I'm not.
leading
I'm
that
saying
nigga
that
being
men
ain't shit.
are intentionally lying. I have seen my little nephew.
No. They're lying.
I didn't
Get
see.
to the
I didn't see
lie.
him be
Give
like,
me an example.
One girl
Because
like,
we're
damn,
talking
babe,
about
I
a
love
nigga
you.
just saying,
Oh,
I
my
want to go to
stomach
this
hurt. I
restaurant.
gotta go to the bathroom. Pick up the phone. Talk to the other girl. Yeah, girl, what you doing? You about to
Most
come
niggas
over
don't
here?
give a fuck about that trip.
Girlfriend on the way from work.
Hey, listen, Sherelle. Most niggas don't give a fuck about that trip.
What trip?
That trip that you want to go on.
No, because they not shit. They ain't shit.
Thank you. That's it. I ain't saying shit else. That make you ain't shit.
Hemp was
going on
like,
the trip
I knew I wanted to marry my wife because she was the first woman I actually even liked for her to be around.
Hang out with.
I didn't even want to hang out with.
True.
I don't even like.
And he married her. He did the honorable
but
thing.
I'm
He
saying
married her.
all the women that were in the wake. I'm
Wake
not
of
talking
what?
about the one where y'all finally feel like y'all to the mental capacity where y'all want to settle down.
Nah, you can't.
Like,
Hold on. That's a disparaging jacket. There's no wake. Motherfuckers ain't dead. Know what I'm saying? Like this is participation.
They call it bodies.
Right. Consensual participation and it's residual at that.
Okay, so what I'm saying is you caught bodies, right? So I came up with the concept.
Well, let's not mistake it. But you coupling this with motherfuckers doing and saying anything.
Right.
Beloved. No, they participating. They fake knocking on the wrong door and all that. You know what I mean? No, y'all, why y'all leaving? I don't know your girl.
Okay, you're talking
Let me
about
finish.
them.
Nah, hush. Why y'all leaving? I don't know. Your girl said the wrong thing to him. Yo, Rock, see if y'all can come back. Come on, don't play that game with me.
Yeah.
Right? They are full and willing participants. They putting themselves in that spin cycle.
Okay.
Understanding the modus operandi. I'm not what you talking about.
Now listen,
we don't got a lie to kick it.
Okay, I'm not saying you have to lie to cook it. I'm saying you ain't shit.
Whether you lie, the minority of y'all don't have to lie to kick it. So the majority of them lie.
I
don't get how we not
smashing the whole floor of a college dorm room.
Let Rock talk.
Nah, so you talking as like a college dorm room and stuff like that. So like from what niggas did at 18, 19, 20 to 22, 23 years old, that stands for niggas that's pushing 40 now. Like that still stands in character for us.
If you were a hoe in your past life, you're
gonna be a hoe forever.
Yep.
Said
so if you we gotta hold that whole jacket, y'all gotta hold that lion jacket. If you lied to her, it don't matter if it was a year, 6 months, you a liar and you ain't shit. And you just gotta wear it.
Oh, then that's like this shit ain't gonna go nowhere. Then if that's
I guess it's not gonna go nowhere. I guess
because these standards, like Jalen, have you ever lied before in life? Have you ever lied about anything? Forget relationships.
Don't answer that, Jalen. It's not about you.
No, I don't give a shit.
No, I'm speaking to her standard that everyone has to live by.
Oh, this wasn't my standard. This was that nigga in the corner right there. That's his standard right there. That wasn't mine. I just used it to my advantage. But go ahead. My bad.
The little nigga in the corner? Oh, Hamp.
Hamp.
Hamp. You're the little nigga.
That one right there.
What was it?
That man is a criminal culprit.
That you don't get to be redeemed for mistakes you made before.
No, I said that when women sleep with men that have no intentions for them, they defile. That's what I said.
If you
that's different.
And y'all some defilers.
We're not denying that. But we got to stay on the conversation, right? So So what is she trying to correlate, right? Because I wasn't here, so the correlation
So
seems to
the
be
correlation originally,
intellectually flawed, essentially.
no, it's not. So what I said
Explain to
originally
me why,
was
because I'm back now.
cool. So
So y'all
what
know
I
how that
originally
goes,
said
right?
was
Like fighting
if
in
there was
bison
a
now.
pattern of behavior where you were doing shitty behavior that's considered ain't shit, you get to wear that jacket. It don't matter if you're reformed, right? You ain't shit. Period. You did it. You're
Okay.
capable. You
Okay.
can't be redeemed
Yeah.
because you already
It's
did it.
in you.
Yeah. So sustainable of negative practices, right? That's your
Mhm.
jacket, and that's something that you would have to learn how to control, right? Because you're not gonna not be that person, but you have to control that part of you. So yeah,
And it's a lifelong. You said
Okay.
it's a fight to control it. You have to
yeah.
consistently fight at it. And I
hmm
do not believe that the majority of men have overcame it.
But the men are saying that the majority of men ain't out here lying. So there's no
Not to,
concession
yeah,
there,
it's not necessary.
They
Most
don't have sex with men.
huh?
They
so
don't have
you
sex
saying
with
so
so
you saying the
let me
majority of
so let me
dudes.
tell you, your homeboys, they lie to y'all, right? But to really know a man, be alone in the bed with him.
What?
Yeah, that's when you really get to know who they really is
What are
I'm
you
still
and what they
saying
really do and what they really say.
the majority of men are not lying to a woman under false pretense that a relationship will be a part of the experience just to have sex. It's not necessary.
Yeah, you
Yes, they
really just
For
are.
got to be funny.
you, maybe. For
It's not
you,
necessary for most dudes,
but they lie.
especially if they bad in the area that they work in the area. You don't have to. You don't. I want to have sex, and I'm telling you this because I'm gonna be in a relationship with you. Then I have sex, and I say, "Oh, never mind. That was just I just wanted the sex." That's man. I know. Ain't nobody doing
Well,
that.
I'm saying, but okay, Shaw, we saying that most niggas got the savvy to know when to lie, right? And to get what they want to be able to maneuver. I don't believe that most niggas have that talent.
Because look,
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the same thing.
once
Acknowledge
y'all
what
talk,
he's
y'all heard.
no. Acknowledge what he said. That's how conversations go.
I disagree.
What did he what did he say? Really, what did he say just now? What did Arnold say?
He said most men have the savage to know when they want to lie.
All right.
The savage to know when they want to
That
lie.
ain't what he said, real. That ain't what he said.
Yes, he did.
He
So
said
you didn't
most
just say
men
that.
Hey,
aren't savvy enough
yeah.
to create this lie to
Yeah,
have sex with women. Most men are not that savvy.
yeah, because think about it. The issue is for as a nigga who been here, who listened to every conversation, niggas is weird. Niggas is socially awkward, right? Niggas don't know how to hold a conversation. The nigga that's
And they
lying
still getting
knows
bitches.
how to hold that conversation. He know what he needs to say to get a reaction from you.
So what? So let me
That's
tell
not
you
the
what
average nigga.
the socially awkward boys got a game too. Y'all think just because they game not your game that it's not a game, baby? Okay.
What is these
The
niggas
Describe
lying
it.
basketball
about?
the
For real.
basketball boys play the
Tell me what the
finals.
Pokemon nigga is
The
lying
football
Yeah,
about.
boys make it
describe
to
it.
the Super
Describe the
Bowl.
Pokemon nigga, Sherelle. Describe it. Describe it. The game. Describe what he do.
Okay,
The awkward
let me tell
dude.
you what the
Tell me what the
socially awkward
Pokemon
ones
niggas
do.
lying to bitches about.
Let's give one game of the socially awkward. They play the victim nigga. They get around women and be like, oh, all the women have done me wrong. Nobody likes me.
Oh, the I'm such a good guy
They get
trope. Yeah, that.
I'm such a victim. I'm such a good guy. The good guys finish last. They done ran that game on 1,000 bitches.
What up, Sherelle?
And
And them
the
niggas is
good
getting
guys
pussy
started
hand over
learning
fist,
how to finish because niggas gonna get it done.
and they getting pussy hand over fist.
They getting it.
So all niggas across
They
the
might
spectrum
not,
is getting
and let me
pussy
tell
hand
you,
over
they
fist.
might
Oh
not,
my
they might not
god.
get
That's
the good
crazy.
looking women or the women that are high caliber, but yes, they're getting it. Or it's the men who play the long game. They play the I'm your best friend. I'm your homeboy.
So then that's why y'all
Talk
can't keep
about some
using.
The
personal shit.
long game.
It's not extrapolatable, huh?
Yeah, you can't
Then,
extrapolate that.
then, then it's the men who go for the low hanging fruit. Women they never bring home to their mama. Men they embarrassed to women they embarrassed to be with. What y'all call them, barrillas? Taking one for the team, slaying the dragons, huh? The women that y'all embarrassed to be with in public. Y'all telling them whatever y'all want to tell them so y'all could get that cat.
And that's where you don't know no better. You think the bear really? You think you gotta lie to her? That don't even make
No,
no
yeah, they
sense.
be lying to that girl. Y'all got them girls thinking that y'all love
Do you
them.
have a picture of a bear
Come
gorilla?
DJ
I just
Come
Hampy,
on,
the
Sherelle.
Stampy, wait, let me say this. Mr. DJ Hampy, the Stampy said, "I love you" is a normal lie that y'all tell. That's regular shit.
I ain't hear that one.
Telling a girl y'all love her if y'all don't.
Oh, I remember that.
What is that?
No.
Tell a bitch you love her.
Here's the context for the fellas.
They gonna believe
They
it.
be asking you all these questions while you trying to get some cheeks. She say,
Is I love you
she
a regular
say,
lie?
yo, they be asking you all types of shit. Do you love me? Do you want to be niggas? Yeah. Yeah.
Would you love me if I was
I
ugly?
love you a regular lie, him.
But the context is what you have to
I need a
understand.
yes or no
lie.
question.
What?
The
I need a
context
yes
is
or no
they be
answer. Y'all
asking you
fucking-
all types of shit in the moment. Niggas say yes.
Hamp, is it a lie? Yes or no?
No, you don't get to pigeonhole me if I provided the context
What?
and
Yes,
I
I
made the
do.
response.
Yes, I do. It's a question.
So
Yes or no?
if the
You better than
What
this,
if you don't
Ham.
know?
You better than this. Ted
here's the
Hampton.
context, but you understand the context first and foremost.
Of course, but it's still a lie, right?
Yes.
Okay, then.
A
So
normal lie.
shitty
that y'all
behavior.
tell.
You're
Y'all be
lying to
careful,
us.
Majority of
because
men
if
are
I
out
take
here
the
lying,
microphone for real, it's not gonna
manipulating.
go here. I think it's gonna go. Y'all better be careful.
I'm scared. I'm
Niggas.
scared. Go ahead.
What about that?
I'm motherfucking ain't that smart. Y'all ain't got no experience.
And I'm gonna tell you something. They're hard to come by.
I ain't got
Man with
no
good
experience.
character,
That's a
man
good
with
thing,
good
right?
morals, a
That
man
should be
that's
a good thing.
responsible.
I ain't got that much
Hard to
experience.
come by. They ain't
in
the chips off the block. Tell you that much now.
Really a good thing.
Yeah. And so what actually happens, right? So in order to be fair to what Jalen asked, right? It's a lie, right? But here's what actually happens. People, she asks you a question, you acknowledging what she's saying. Right? I'm just telling you, when you really going through this type of shit, right? And she's saying shit like, do you niggas like, I understand.
And again, like, this is like younger. Again, this is a young man trying to establish and understand some of these things. When you over 21, you're not lying. You're not. Do you love me? Yeah, I love you. That's some cheating. No, that's not what no.
The young
Nobody's
thing is a
doing that.
cop out. The young thing is a cop out. No,
It's not a cop out.
It is.
Yeah, can we
It's a
get
cop
to
out.
like substantial lies?
The same way wholeness
No,
cannot be
Can we
deleted.
get to substantial lies?
No, it's not a cop out for a 16, 17-year-old young boy.
Can we get a lie that matter? Like, oh, I'm going to marry you, right? And I don't plan on it, and it never happened, right? I'm gonna do this for you, put you in this position, get you this thing, and don't do it, right? Something that matters. But we saying just white lies because women is not cashing in on these fucking things that they want from niggas that make the nigga ain't shit. Can we talk about something that has substance?
All right.
Because we're not talking about cheating, lying. Y'all don't want to talk about cheating. What are these lies?
We do.
That make you say the nigga ain't shit?
I think what's happening right now is that there's no accountability on your end at the fact that you lie. Whether it's a white lie, a little lie, a big lie, you lied.
Yo, but y'all keep saying the same thing when the men have said en masse, men are not lying to get access to women. You just disagree on that point? Is that where we're at? Like, you guys disagree that the majority of men are lying to get access to women? Is that maybe that's just the crux of it, right?
Yeah, that's the crux of it. I think that the majority of men are lying to gain access to women.
And the men are saying that men don't have to lie to get access, essentially, right? That's where we are.
Can we ask the question? And I understand that people don't want to answer it. Have any of y'all a guy ever told y'all, I want to engage with you in a certain way, and it was for a relationship, but that actually wasn't what it was about? He was just saying it to have sex with y'all? Or let's say a kiss. It ain't got to be about sex. A man created this idea that he wanted to be with you, but it was for something else. That actually has happened to one of y'all before.
Yeah. It happened to me before.
How would you be able to get to that conclusion? Asking for a friend.
Right? How do I get? I mean, eventually they'll tell you.
Repeat the question. Which question are we answering?
Nigga said he wanted to be with you. Right?
He told me.
Y'all had sex, right? And then all of a sudden, he not with you no more. You're assuming that he never had intention to stand with you. What if he stopped liking you because of you? Something you
did. He should have said that. He said my intention was bad from the start, and he was apologetic. He's still sorry.
He said that. So niggas is having exit interviews with niggas now.
Yeah, you know, y'all know my exes be around.
Y'all got me fucked up out here, my nigga.
Yeah, man, that don't sound realistic. It don't sound realistic. And Sherelle, the only one I think Sherelle, the only one said it happened to her. Nobody else said they had the experience.
What are you? Wait, experience a nigga lying to get some?
For sex, where a guy said, "I'm gonna be with you," and then you gave him sex, and then everything changed. He no longer that
Why you
plan
ask
that he
that?
had for y'all no
Why'd you
longer
ask that?
existed.
Nah, because that don't happen to me. But
But that's what we're saying. Men do. We saying men lie under false pretenses. There's going to be a relationship for sex, and we saying men don't do that.
well, y'all don't. And to Sherelle's point, y'all don't date men. But
Well,
So I'm
niggas,
but Tay, he
y'all
asked, did that happen to you?
no, I haven't been lied to because I knew what it was going into it.
But that's what he's trying to understand. So he's using a
But that's
small sample size to
And
see if he can get a.
minority for
that
y'all.
was my first boyfriend ever.
I'm a minority.
Because I just got smarter. But y'all ain't got no better.
Tech Alexis, what you think? Has that happened to you?
As
A
far
man
as
lied about relationship just to get access to the sex?
no, I haven't had that happen. Like Coach Tay said, I knew what it was going into something. When it came to relationship, it was honest relationship. Now, what he did in the relationship, it was just, what he did in a relationship, but it wasn't no pretense of me thinking something else. And,
Nay, same question.
Nope. I knew what it was going in.
Yo,
Jalen,
they can't.
hold on, one more. Jalen,
What Shad specifically pointed out as a scenario, no. But I've had niggas try to lie to get sex. Yeah.
okay, what was the lie?
Yo,
What was the lie? If you can remember. Oh, she probably doing some work.
Small
Go ahead, Rob.
text messages. No, I'm saying like they can't come out and say like that once they gave a nigga something he was done, because then that would be admittance to something else.
Admitting to what?
They boxes probably trash.
I knew what you was going to say. That's what I thought.
Like,
I knew what
you
you was
can't
gonna
come out
say.
and be like, yo, I was fucking with this nigga. I gave him something. The one time I gave him something, he don't talk to me no more. So like, I'm thinking like, yo, like, yeah, nah, that shit has happened. I was
It didn't
really
happen.
feeling
It
something.
didn't happen. It didn't happen one
No, I'm
That
time.
saying,
shit happens
I'm
a
saying,
lot.
yes, like, yo,
relationship was
you be
fake.
really be liking something. You like, you cracking. You like, damn, like I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it was Jalen that said like, when somebody said something about experience, and she was like, that's a good thing. Nah, not really. Like, I like my food seasoned. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not
Okay.
like, you know what I mean?
Oh.
No, I'm just saying for me,
No,
like I
for
want
you,
something that's like,
yeah.
yeah, no, like I'm not like, you know what I mean? I
Amazing.
want something that's going, you know what I mean? I
You
don't
know what she doing?
salt and pepper just ain't gonna do it.
Yo, look, son, real shit though. Like that be a lot of chicks' problems, my nigga. She be cool as a fan, sitting on a garbage can, my nigga. Damn, yo. Damn, why you said that?
You said why I said that?
Yeah, why you said that?
Because that's the truth. I'm sitting up here listening to because
Wow.
there's never been like there can't be like, oh, it's 5 women up here, or 4 now, but it's 4 to 5 women up here, and none of them have experienced it. It's like, but I've experienced that with mad women. Well, not mad, with a few women though. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, the math ain't really mathing.
Keep it total. It be mad women, kind of.
Yeah, because people will find a way to blame themselves, right? Because we got this whole accountability.
No, bro, that's
Yo,
not at all it. Like
That's all it is.
You just trying to put us in that box.
Niggas can't see
sex
that. I didn't see this shit.
no.
I didn't see this shit a million times.
Oh, sex is mad important to a relationship. You know what I'm saying? So if the sex is trash or the box is trash, it's like, you know what I'm saying?
No.
Like,
Let's bad box aside, my nigga. Shout out to Sway, my nigga. What else is she doing to make that nigga want to stay? sometimes, right? Sometimes, a lot of the times, most women, right,
That picture
are
is
not
crazy.
doing something to make that nigga want to stay with her. There is no production. So that the nigga who did not settle for no production is called ain't shit because he moved on.
Niggas come to use you. I was green. Nigga saw a lick. Nigga was 7 years older than me. I was a virgin. Let's get that clear. Niggas see a lick and they go for it. It is what it is, especially young girls. 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 18. Y'all ain't never grew up in the black community as a black girl. The moment we go through puberty, we get titties, our uncles and daddy's friends looking at us. Trust me. You think they ready to make you think 30-year-old, 40-year-old men want a fresh 17-year-old, 18-year-old wife? Fuck no. They want to gas her the fuck up to get what they want so they can come and use you.
The math is most niggas cannot afford to let a good woman go.
Yeah, that's why
if
that
you
nigga still
have
calling my
value,
sister to
it
this
will
day.
behoove him to keep
And that's
you.
why he's still calling my
He can't
sister to this
replace
day.
you.
And that's why he was calling my sister last week. And we ain't been together since 2015.
Can we zoom out?
And we broke up in 2015. And he's still calling. And that's the same one who was married and drove from Houston to come get me. So make it about me and not about him.
What you saying?
Come on now. Are y'all insane?
What are you saying exactly?
I'm saying Houston to get you.
That's the same man who drove from Houston to get me.
What you mean? Like, what are you talking about?
So don't try to make it seem like I was the fucking problem if he's still trying to get back.
I wasn't.
He
ever since you've been gone, you've been trying
Sherelle,
to
do you want us to? Do you want us to tear apart the situation? Do you really want us to analyze it? No, for what?
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't know if neither one of y'all look good in that scenario, Sherelle.
Yeah, that don't make no sense.
So don't try to make it seem like, oh, it's because you wasn't shit, then why you still trying to be here?
Hey, but Sherelle, even the point about the weird
For
uncles
10
and the
years,
men,
with all denials.
even the point about the weird man, like that's still the minority of men. Like the majority of dudes in your neighborhood ain't looking at you when you underage developing. That's not the majority. And I want to go to something you said earlier because you started off saying that most men aren't disciplined, and then we kind of moved away from it. But do you argue that like most men are productive men trying to make it every day? That's like the baseline for the majority of men. They trying to figure out how to progress forward. They getting up every day, clocking somebody clock. That's the majority of men.
You think because a man have a job that make him a good man?
I didn't say that. I spoke
I'm asking.
Not only that, no, that's one component. Being a productive citizen is one component of being a good man. It's not the only one though.
According to 30 minutes ago, it made him a liar. Because that nigga don't really want to work 80 hours. He don't want to do that. He doing that to make his fucking family roll. Make his shit work. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we acting like the nigga, if it's not
Most men
pure
don't have families. Most
he's a
men go to
fucking
work so
liar.
they can eat. Stop acting like men only work for a family. Men work for themselves. So when you don't have a family, when you don't have a bitch, you don't be working, or you go to work every day. He at work right now, and it said he don't even want a relationship.
I'm about to sign on.
So don't try to make it seem like y'all work because of that.
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the idea that most men on this. I'm going back to this idea that most men ain't shit.
The majority of men they do not have good character.
Well, but the thing is, right? This is actually another issue that we face, right? The man and his money and his paycheck and his hard work don't give him no credibility or credence. Why is that?
Because that shit you're supposed to do. A woman have a PhD and she be a CEO, and y'all be saying they unfit to be wives.
Let's talk about the
Don't
men.
make them good women, right?
What are you saying that? You saying that
what the expectation is of her though?
We had the conversation, HAMP, right? That you could be a good man to the world, present as a good man to the world. Like I'm good at my job, I'm good at my campus, I'm good with my friends, and be horrible at home.
That means so you're
Be
saying
horrible
that
in a relationship.
so you're saying that him being a productive, doing what men are supposed to do, right? That
Yeah,
men are you saying
like
that doesn't mean nothing to his character.
that goes toward that part of his character. It don't mean that's all he is. When you get behind the scenes and you really see what people is and you let them talk, you realize, man, these niggas ain't shit.
Most men are honorable people, though.
They're not.
Oh,
If they were so honorable, how do y'all keep on saying everybody can't go? It's gonna be a minority that go. 2/3 ain't going. At that 2/3
yeah, but that's
more than
not
one.
necessarily sure. That's not necessarily because they're honorable. We were talking early in the Discord about certain people have certain ways of being that doesn't align with where I'm going. That don't mean they're a horrible person. That just might mean their priorities don't align with mine. That's not the same as being ain't shit. Which is why I've always had an issue with the statement. It's so blanketed, and then when you start to kind of really dig into it, you find it's just people's personal failures in relationships and stuff like that. But it's not the stuff you're talking about that you mentioned briefly, like being a PDF, all that type of stuff. It's not those types of things. It's mostly like interpersonal
But that's the worst
relationships.
thing in the world that you could do. That's not the only. That's the worst thing in the world that you can do. I'm talking about
right.
you just being undisciplined and having bad character and lying and manipulating.
But you're
being disloyal and untrustworthy.
But you get to pick and choose what qualifies as good and bad character. So if he presents in the world one way, right, you're saying he may not be that way at home. But what information do you use to assume how he is based on how he shows up in the earth? And secondly, there was a false correlation. When we say everybody can't go, the 2/3 can't go, that's because we understand the law, statutes, and commandments. So that's a totally different conversation, right? You like when we out there, we wish that there's a bunch of brothers who would do the right thing because they would be uberly valuable, but they just don't see the value in the commandments. So that's a false correlation.
Okay, so then you got to understand that if I'm talking about moral principles, I'm talking about character, then you understand where my scale is, Hamp.
Yeah, but we're having a secular conversation.
I'm not secular.
Shit.
So you ain't having no secular
You
conversation.
just used at a crawfish boil last week.
No, I wasn't. I gave up crawfish.
Yesterday. Black Dawn with the $5 said,
Not
Ron.
yesterday. It's been a long.
Why you broke? I had to go through it to get where I'm at. Translation, I had to smash the whole county. Jesus Christ. Miss Val, Val with the renewal.
Not the whole county, but I had fun though.
Aaron with the $2 says, tell them lies that they want to hear. Future. Black Dawn with the $5 says, Arnold, you want me to get a girl by being on my couch in a tank top watching ESPN all day and gamble? Black Dawn with the $10 says, Jay Lynn, quote, men would put on a facade to have sex. Yes and no. At first, we are really interested, but then we get disinterested. So then we're like, I wasted time. Let me at least try to get cheeks. That be happening. Black Dawn with the $5 says, Sherelle, socially awkward guys play the victim game. Laugh my fucking ass off. She not lying though. Jesus Christ. Miss Val, 20 balls. Salute to Miss Val. She said, great show. Didn't fit. Aaron with the $2 says, how many women have told old dude to lie to her? Salute to Joe Moore Walker in the building. The member for 10.
That man named
Jamal Walker. Salute.
You cannot. Say them big words.
Sherelle, stop.
Joe Moore.
Your damn city is under crisis. Man.
Joe Moore.
NTAT with the $5. They got Teachers for America running down there. NTAT with the $5 says Jalen is a smooth assassin just waiting to go Black Mamba from Kill Bill on you! Exclamation point. A lot of both dudes and chicks lie for their own reasons. Nick Taylor. NTAT was popping. Real love. Count the money. Shit like that. And my Tommy Buns voice. Good shit, Shaw. Peace, young Hamp was popping. Rilla, good to see you, man. Salute to the panel. All hail King Sherelle. Real
Hey,
love.
Rilla.
Salute. What's poppin'?
That's your man.
Luo Duo with a 10. There is a large group of men that can't even get close enough to a woman or a relationship to even lie and be ain't shit. Quentin was popping. He said, I love you, Sherelle.
I love you, Quentin.
Black Dawn in the building with the $5 once again says, Sherelle, the same man that drove from Houston to get me. Wait. I thought you said y'all was just friends.
We're not friends. You never said we were friends. I said that was my ex.
So what y'all now? Just exes?
I don't never want to see it. Like I be dodging him, but he be trying to find a way to get around me.
Is that right?
So they be like, oh, maybe he left you because he eat my ass off the floor right now. If I threw it on the floor and it got lint on it and he pick it up and put it in his mouth.
Oh
so that's never the case.
Hush, nigga.
That's never the case. Let's get that clear.
Weather outside is humid. She turned up her location. She must think I'm stupid. She wanna run the street, so let her ho. She doesn't show signs of stopping. So who am I to be cock blocking? I really hate to see you go. Let her ho.
On the floor with Lynn on it. Boy, good God Almighty, the world is coming to an end. That's for goddamn sure. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. That like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. I don't got enough energy to drop the
I could throw it in the dumpster here, dumpster dive. Clean all the garbage juice off it and put it in his mouth.
All right, let me ask y'all this question. This is a little bit more subtle, right? So let me ask y'all this. When we talk about the cheating thing, etc. But what do you think about men and our reluctancy to be vulnerable with women? Right? Women will disparage a man for, not being open, not communicating in a particular way, and etc. Right? And they'll put a negative connotation on what he will and won't share, But I think that that's honestly something that women just kind of got to get used to. Right? To be vulnerable is difficult, especially with women, especially considering how those vulnerabilities can potentially be used, and it's difficult in the first place. Would this be something, modus operandi of men that women should just accept as opposed to try to change? Which I think.
I say yes.
Yes, what?
Women just gonna have to accept it.
Okay. You understand it? Why should they just accept it?
Because a lot of men aren't as open about a lot of things that's what's the word I'm looking for? As sensitive to them as we would. Men are told to suck it up. Y'all basically men supposed to be robots. They ain't human. They ain't got feelings. So, and then when they do have feelings and they be open to Jennifer up the street, Jennifer done went and told everybody that Pookie mama was a crackhead. And didn't nobody know that.
They know Pookie mama was a crackhead.
I got a different perspective. Well, Arnold, I go out to Arnold.
Okay, so I guess the way I look at it is as far as like the playing field in the relationship. If the man stand on 10 toes, stand on business, and be stoic, right? The woman has no way to be equal to that man, right? Because she's not equal physically, and if he's not giving her an entryway as far as his emotions, she can't level the playing field. So communication and emotions, that's the woman's arena, right? Once you open up, start talking about your feelings, right? She got you because she's better at that than you are. So, okay, let's talk about feelings, right? Because I could beat you at this, right? If we just talking about grinding, being strong, being stoic, not tripping on shit,
We gotta come in now. I'm about to start it now. I had to leave.
Hold on.
Hey, Ron, you got to start the backup generator first.
I muted you. I muted you. They can't hear you.
Yeah, I gotta leave. I'll chop it up with y'all later.
All right, be safe, man. Tell that Migo, man, to watch his tone. God damn it.
Nigga, I've been here for 4 hours. I ain't do that yet.
Like, boy, nigga, I love you. Oh, man. Go ahead, Arnold.
No, I'm saying
Okay.
that was my like the premise that I have as far as the way I look at it. They want you to like open up, be vulnerable, because if you're not vulnerable within a conversation or communication, they have no way to like almost show their equality with that man. Because she don't want to she don't want to out earn you. She don't want to outwork you, right? She don't want to like do the hard stuff. So the place where they can like be equal and prove it is in communication. So them wanting that because they need you to like to show, hey, he human and I can do something as good or better than him.
Damn. That is an interesting outlook.
And I
Nay,
disagree.
Nay, sit up, Nay. Look crazy.
I disagree.
Hold on, really. Please, for the sake of God.
I came to disagree.
Alexis, what you think? That is an interesting take, Arnold. That is an interesting take.
What do I think about men not showing their feelings to women, basically?
No, Arnold said a whole lot more than that.
Well, what Arnold said was a whole lot, and I was thinking about something that I did.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Arnold talked a lot, and our brains drifted. That's girl brain, and none of them are gonna be able to lie and say that they did not just black out, but they all had a blackout moment. Look at them.
But no. Let me be honest.
Too, though.
But let me be honest, because what he said had me thinking about something that I did to the person that I was with, and I was just like, damn, I was just in my zone, like that was kind of fucked up, but I was also rationalizing myself. So but I can see why, because I thought I heard that as far as what you were saying, him like not sharing because women will use it against you. And
so Arnold was saying, right, but the need for men to share is because that is essentially a playing field where women believe that they have an advantage, right? So if men are slightly recluse in their feelings and emotions, right? Arnold, and correct me if I'm wrong, right? Then she can't gain that leverage she potentially wants.
Yeah, like so it might be almost like we could call it like a feeling of safety to know that okay, I have all the information, right, and I can use it how I want. Because without that, right, she gonna have to do other stuff outside of that, like a man does, just work hard, do like tangible things to show your value. Like that's the way I pick up on it when they like, oh, just tell me the truth, right? They want to know all the information so they can make sure that they're, what I'm saying, the one with the advantage.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on the female. What I did to my ex, it was after we had separated, but it was a response of something that happened right then and there. But all the stuff that he told me while we were together, it never crossed my mind to ever speak that. And still to this day, it don't cross my mind to speak any of that stuff. So, I mean, I guess it just depends on the woman.
No, that's a non-answer, really. Right. It's like a some answer, right? So men don't communicate for the reason you stated, right? Arnold said when men over communicate, it gives women leverage, right? And so just in assessing all of that, should women simply accept the fact that men aren't going to be overly vulnerable because we don't feel it's a safe place? And I'm saying feel. Or should they work to try to change how men operate?
Yes. I'm sorry. I just came back on that. But yes, you're right. I can, definitely.
So men should stay the same?
It'll be safer that way because you can't tell. Even in that moment of me saying what happened and how I rationalized what happened at the moment made me say what I said, it's still ammunition.
Okay. Okay. So, Nay, one thing you said though, you were like, men are told and taught not to feel, get over their emotions, and etc. Do you think that's how men should be?
Mm, I don't think that's how men should be.
Okay. Do you think it's safe, or men should think it's safe to be able to be totally transparent and vulnerable about, their stressors, what they're going through, how they feel, and things of that nature with their women? Do you think it makes sense for him to do that?
Um, I say his wife. I ain't just gonna say, if they boyfriend girlfriend type thing. But if it's his wife, yeah. But other than that, nah.
She the one shooting though.
So that's his wife. That ain't his wife, no.
So you're saying because it's his wife, he should be fully vulnerable with her?
Yeah, I mean, you trusted her enough to give her your last name.
Uh-huh.
So I think that you should trust her enough to, I ain't gonna say about everything, but
What?
Right, but
Go ahead,
If
Arnold.
you had a hard day and can't come in and tell your wife about it, what is that? That's what I'm saying. Like there should be able
Like
to say
what?
something to your wife.
But we got to understand the nature of women, right? The woman like needs like to feel protected. So like you saying stuff that you're not right, that you're not 100% locked in, 100% ready to go, right? How does a woman who's physically vulnerable start feeling when now she knows that her protector, right, is not 100% a-okay? Right? That he's stressed at work. It's shit going on. He think, that he might be, worried about not getting the promotion, shit like that. So all that information that she's asking for,
Shit like
again,
that, shit like that, shit like that,
that's
shit
to make
like
the
that, shit like
woman
that.
feel vulnerable, right? And not safe. We know that. The woman is asking for that information, but we know better. We know what the result is. You're gonna look at him differently, right? Because now he's not Iron Man on the mountain. He's
so
vulnerable. If he's vulnerable, you vulnerable.
so to your point, right? If you chose right and you chose your wife right, guess what she's supposed to do then? She's then supposed to make you feel like at the end of the day, you are still him.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I'm saying that we saying that this is just baseline women shit, Nay. We know. I'm saying that we would love for that to be the case, but we know that 9 times out of 10, most women are not built like that. Y'all talking about white lies for 2 hours.
When is it my turn?
Hold on, bro. Well, you got to participate in the conversation, not just what you want to talk about. But I think one
I
thing,
want to talk
Nay.
about this.
Okay, my bad. So, one thing, right, Nay. I remember I was telling my wife something. I think when I got my shoulder worked on, and I was like, how much it hurt or something like that, right? So, small example. She's like, wow, it must really hurt because I never heard you say anything hurt before, right? And she was just acknowledging the point, but she was taken aback by the fact that I got 6 holes in my shoulder, and I'm like, yo, this shit hurt. You see, like, you know what I mean? And it's a lighthearted example, but is it right? Because if your protector is vulnerable, you are exposed. That's Arnold over our. That's I mean, I think that was a point that
That
needs to
makes
be.
sense. I get it.
Yeah, it makes sense, but are we really thinking that? That's what I'm saying. It makes sense like 1 + 1 = 2, but are you really thinking that uh as the wife, like, oh, he's vulnerable and everything is going to fall apart? No, you're like you're gonna talk some sense and like, I understand you hurt. Is there anything I could do? Is there something I could do? Like, we're gonna be that helpmate. Yeah, I'm not gonna think everything's gonna fall apart.
And men are telling like that's not really the manifestation, right? And then when she get upset and things start to come out that shouldn't come out, and then we deal with this. And Shaw, you could jump, or Rel, both of y'all can jump in. But then there's this thing, right? And these are ideas, right? So this is a reach. I fully accept it. I'm just introducing it. Then you got this hypergamy thing. right? I just thinking about all this stuff when it comes together, how these things actually manifest. But Shy Shrug, what y'all think, man?
I think I got a similar perspective that you guys do. Just let me know. But first of all, I understand why men are very cautious when it comes to vulnerability with women. I've experienced it in my own life, sharing too much, and then it comes back in an argument. I'm like, damn, like this is why we don't do it. But maybe I'm speaking for the minority of men. Help when I say like it's difficult for me to reach a certain level of commitment with another person. Well, let me say with a woman, it's difficult for me to reach a certain level of commitment with a woman if I don't have a certain level of vulnerability. So I'm with you. That's our MO. But I will caution myself to tell women to just accept that versus acknowledge how delicate like a man's vulnerability can be. And from what most of us experience, women don't handle it with care. And men are risk adverse and we are protective of ourselves too. So until collectively we see that when men are vulnerable, the responses we get push us in a positive direction. Y'all got to understand what the current status is. That it's hard for men to be with women and be 100% vulnerable because we see what happens when we do that. But I don't know if that's what we should stay.
Well, yeah, that's the assessment, right? Like, should they push us to be different, or should we hold some things hold? And I'm just because you have to sparse it out, right? Hold some of those things close, right? That you feel leave you too exposed. And I'm saying feel, and I'm saying some just in the confines of all the things that you could share, right? And does that just make it better for all parties in that situation?
Yeah, I would say they got to like do a better job of facilitating. You know, we work on it ourselves, but they got to be bigger supporters of that because I don't think collectively women are. And it's like once you get burned once, you know, you probably won't do it again, particularly with that woman. Once she burned you once, and I ain't talking about that burn. Once she you know, f's up your vulnerability once, it's hard for you to go back. Because it took so much work to get to that point to share in that way, to let her know when you don't feel like, you know, the things that are required of you find yourself slipping off that slope. Yeah. And she used that information against you. It's like, yeah, you'll never get that again.
Yeah.
And I don't think in general women understand like how delicate it can be.
Yeah. Go ahead, Riley.
I think that men should change.
Why?
I don't think that men should be tying their lives to women that they don't trust. A man not wanting to be vulnerable to you is a direct, I don't trust you. The reason why men don't want to be vulnerable with women is because from their mama to their aunties to their girlfriends, you to be telling their business or throwing it back in their face. And now they've been hurt or somebody hurt you, and now they're trying to avoid that hurt. But where you're weak, I'm supposed to be your strength, vice versa. Right? So if you're not able to well, this is what I think, Hampton.
Oh, I thought you asked a question.
So if you're not able to be vulnerable with me, you just really don't trust me. So we're going through the motions. But if we're supposed to be one, then on each level, in every level, we're supposed to be helping each other grow. And if you can't even be open and honest about who you fully are with me, then I'm not going to be able to go through that growing process with you.
Okay. Yeah.
It's the same vice versa, though, I feel with the women, is that I don't think that men should accept poor behavior from women, right? So men cheat.
Well, no, stay where you at. You good. Stay right there. We talked about the women before. I mean, I'm not saying it's not I understand what you're about to say, but just what you said, we need to parse out. Women aren't men's strength, though. I think you guys are inspiration, right? A man that's intrinsically motivated, he's already strong, right? And then that inspiration that he can draw from a woman can certainly help him, you know, and maybe he did 3, then he gets 4, you know, just for a weak analogy, you know, but no, I don't think that's true, right? Where he's weak, she's not gonna be able to fill those particular holes, right? But she's there for what she's there for, and it's uberly valuable to him, you know. But Sherelle, if he's been experiencing that with women throughout his lifetime, right? Just like the women were essentially crashing into ancient niggas, you have to have these protections in place, right? Because if you overshare with her and then she hits you with a honey bun, now it's sullied forever. When you probably could have shared that maybe with your best friend, your brother, or you dealt with the Most High. You see, so like, why even put her in that predicament to fuck it up, right?
Yeah,
Maybe that's, Go ahead.
men talk about these walls that women put up, and it's like now we got to get through a wall that you built because another nigga hurt you.
Well,
Same difference, right? So
no,
now,
well, this is what I'm saying. It's not even a wall put up. This is a strict boundary, and it's not because of anything. Just like to overshare, right, can put everyone in a compromising position because, unfortunately, how women have throughout the time immemorial weaponized information. That's what it is. It's not so much about, you know what I mean? It's about all the experiences. So what's the best and calculated decision?
nah, I still feel like they should change. Take the risk. That's how you grow.
I guess
And
go ahead. Go on.
I don't think it's a matter of not trusting. I feel like it's a matter of understanding the nature.
Yeah.
So I don't think I wouldn't say like, oh, I didn't trust the like the women. I wasn't willing like to share like, oh, like work been tough. Like, you know what I'm saying? I might not get that promotion. And like understanding that part of it. Cause she in her head, she wants to talk through it and act like it's something that can be done and wants to just like try to figure it out and like do too much as far as like, what's going on. And it's not really helping. She want to know more, like, use way too many words to communicate this problem when it's simple. But she wants to figure it out because she feels vulnerable. So she needs to talk through the situation. But I'm saying I don't think it's a trust issue.
Yeah, I don't think it's a trust issue. And I think it also can manifest in a different way too. Go ahead. Somebody talking? Oh, I was just gonna say, you ever try to share something and then she don't get it, or she don't have a response that you think should happen in that because when it just doesn't resonate with her, you'd be like, hey, I could have finished playing the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's so, and what we trying to just mind out is it okay though for that to be like that in these particular scenarios? Like, should there be a level of acceptance as opposed to trying to push men to share what you want him to share? That's the part that we're trying to understand, because we might be having a wrestling match or something we don't got no business wrestling over. You know what I'm saying? Like last week. Does that make sense at all?
I think so. Again, I mean, I don't want to speak for the women. I was hoping, but I'll just say again, understanding that there's a history before you and there's a history just for men in general, is what you said, like how we are careful with giving information. And I think just understand the importance of that and then don't be the opposite. Like over time, I think that vulnerability will open up. But in general, first meeting a man, there's going to be some level of resistance that I think women will have to accept. Just understand the nature of how men move through the world.
Yeah. Does it sound like it makes sense to employ or at least assess, from the women's point of view? And then you say, so when you got your friends like, he won't talk to me about what she want him to talk about, could you offer a level of correction? Like, well, think about it like this. The brothers that I respect in terms of, they thinking process said X, Y, and Z. Do you think that if women employed this in mass, there would be some, she ain't paying attention. Alexis, are you even paying attention? I don't even know at this point.
Yes, okay. I am.
Yes. Do you think that if women employed what we saying in mass, do you think it could help the relationships? Like, she wouldn't be like, why don't he talk? Why don't he open up? There'd be a level of understanding. I think people would be more successful in that way, as opposed to trying to force something on him that he's not comfortable with and it don't benefit the relationship.
No, I agree with that. I think, and also, men are visual creatures. So if you can show them, like, okay, like, I understand, if I come next, say you want to talk about it, say no, then I stop right there. Okay. Well, I hope that you are, because I know you got your homie. I hope you have someone that you can talk to about, because I am concerned. Like, just show that you have that caring, or but don't push it on them. So in the sense accepting it, but also letting him know that you care and that you do. Because like, I don't know, would you feel some type of way if she didn't give a fuck at all, not even ask, or even just be like, does that change it? Even if you tell me, nah, I don't want to talk about it, and I'm like, at least like, oh, okay, well, I just wanted to check. I'd rather ask and you decline than me not ask at all.
She better not ask you. Yeah. Well,
I guess I'm saying, like, if they had the ability to like respond like the homie, right? The homie understand that like you probably done went through all of this shit as far as like the outcomes in your head, and you here and you at peace with whatever the situation is. I don't think that the woman is at peace with that new information the same as like a male friend would be, right? She almost goes into like, oh, so what does that mean? Everything gonna be all right at work? Like, you know what I'm saying? Are we safe? Also known as, am I safe? As far as like, you know what I'm saying, the income, the way shit rolling around here. So like, that's what they go into. They don't go into like, are you okay? You know what I'm saying? It's like, is this structure, is this like setup still going to keep rolling? And most of the time, so they asking those questions to try to like, lock it down. Like, okay, you sure everything gonna be good? If you say, oh, I got into it with somebody at work, like you said, I got into somebody at work. Oh, so okay, what that mean? Did you get in trouble? You gonna get suspended?
But that's but I gave the opposite, Arnold. That's what I'm saying. If I'm like, oh, you tell me not, or you say, oh, it's just something at work, and I'm just like, oh, okay, like, and don't press it, because from my experience with you, I see maybe not pressing it is good. So I'm okay, all right.
That's I'm saying that, yeah, that's ideal.
Okay. Well, but so if we do that, at least show that we, have enough interest to say, hey, you good? And not even question, because I want to believe in you that if it is at a point to where things might go right, that you would tell me. But I'm believing in you, since you're saying, nah, it's, that everything is going to be okay. Because just like I'm showing you, hopefully you show me that it's going to be all right. And unless something of dire need, you're going to say something.
Yeah, that would be appreciated by most men, I believe.
Yeah. And I think if I ain't talking, I think the discernment of women is a little bit off, right? Not all, but I do think kind of the majority. When I ain't talking, don't come in there talking. If I'm sitting in the dark, or if I'm, you know what I'm saying, if I got like music playing low, you feel me? First, listen to what song. If it's NYPD, LAPD, and what, don't come in there talking to me, right? But if it got a little bit some more soft, right, you can tell I'm probably just trying to wrap my head around something, right?
So what, you want her to come in there dressed in all black so y'all can go on
yo, I'm telling you, bro. Like the touch of your woman can help you de-escalate all types of shit, bro. Like my wife know if we outside and I get mad about something, like about another man or something, don't get in front of me. But she'll be behind me and put her hand on like the middle of my back. And that might be the one thing that saved my or his life. So but go ahead, what y'all think? But don't come in there turning on the lights and shit. Y'all be doing some wild shit. Like
basically just go in there and suck his D, Nay. That's it. He got don't say shit. Don't say shit. Just come in there and look. You good, baby? You good? Can she ask if you good after she give you head? Are you good, baby?
I think men should go for it, because then they'll have to actually do better vetting with the character of the woman and not choose women off superficial reasons. They will actually be more inclined on women that they trust. Because we can say that, oh, stoicism is working for you, but men are leading in substance abuse, addiction, and self-deletion. All the holding it in because you can't tell the world your problems, or you can't even trust the people that you sleep with and you go out and risk your life for every day to take care of them. You can't even trust that person. You feel alone, even though you're out every day working for multiple people, but you feel alone and you can't talk to anybody.
Yeah, I think when
It,
that's
it, it weighs
said,
a.
my bad.
No, I was
I
just
was
saying
just
it weighs a ton.
well, I was just saying, right? I think even when we say those things, you're not wrong, you know. But I think
No.
that the truth is, men don't have a lot of built-in safety nets either. So when you see men fall to the bottom, there's nothing to catch them, right? And it's different from women, and it's not shade; it just is, right? When you look at the amount of prescriptions, women have a lot more prescriptions and attempts in suicide, right? It's just that they don't get the job done, right? Whether it be unfortunate or not, it just is. So, what is the actual assessment, right? Because y'all let y'all feelings out, but we're seeing similar outcomes. You know, just that men don't have in the safety nets that allow them to kind of, be pulled up by someone else.
I think the prescriptions and things like that would show that women are more inclined onto going to therapy to take care of their mental health, and men are not.
You think the medicines are changing agents or masking agents?
I don't know. I guess some people get better from the medicine.
Yeah, but some don't apply here. You think they're like actually change a person's how they operate or mask it? And do they actually deal with it when they're prescribed things? You see? You know what I mean? Like Xanax as an example, right? Does it cure anxiety or does it make you feel like you have less anxiety? You see what I'm saying?
Calming agent, yeah.
Yeah. What
So
the thing is, the money ain't in the cure. The money is in the medicine. So, nah, it's a band-aid. That's it. It's
yeah,
everything.
and because Sherelle and I just introduced it because what she said is fair, right? That's what the numbers say. When we look at the other side, who seemingly does seem like women are more vulnerable, open with sharing, but we're seeing we kind of end up at similar places.
And even when like women are like even more emotional, right? So women like attention. So it's a lot of attempts because a lot of women just attempted for attention. Men follow through because men are really there. So when a man makes up his mind to do these things, it's really bad. Women cry for nothing. Movies, a dog.
Hmm. I see. So y'all not completing
Like,
it because you just want somebody to care or notice you and shit.
hmm
So they
so when
try
a
to
man gets
overdose
to the point
on
where
aspirin and shit like that.
yeah, so they take an aspirin and it leaves and shit like that or whatever. But
Yeah.
when
You
a
know you
man is getting to this point, he's holding so much more in, so much more on his shoulders. That's why it's usually has is no point of return. Women do
it,
that. Like women's suicide attempts are like a leaves. Like your stomach acids are gonna throw that up. Men shoot themselves, jump off bridges, sit in a car and let the CO2 run. Women never do those things. They looking for a way out.
no,
I was just gonna say real quick, because Sherelle mentioned like when we're talking about the trust thing character, I think it's easy to like use a character flaw, but if we're being like honest, particularly about like the black community, there's a kind of like an understanding that boys have about women, like kind of automatically because of how our community is set up. And I don't know if that experience is the same for women if they don't have a father in the home, if they don't have like Sherelle, you got this village of men around you. So it's like it's certain things that we have to understand about y'all that y'all kind of understand about us later when you start dating men. But little boys have a certain experience where we have to kind of understand the nature of like women and how to care for them in their blind spots. And I don't know if women had the same experience. We're talking particularly about like the black community. So the idea that we're choosing women with bad character is almost like we kind of accept it in some way that there's certain blind spots women are going to have due to the circumstances. And it's not always a character flaw. It just she has never had a man to say, hey, like this what it is. Like this
So
what it is.
if you would say it's like lack of character
a
development.
good point. Yeah.
I think that's more than like character. It's not that she a bad woman. It's like she ain't never had a guy. Like when you meet women who are raised by men that they like love and they have a good relationship, it's a different experience.
It
Mm-hmm.
is.
It's
Mm-hmm.
all it's like the way she can deal with how you communicate, the difference in the way we do things. She might not like it all, but there's an appreciation for it and an understanding. That's the
That's
baseline. versus a woman who's only interacting with men that she was trying to have a successful romantic relationship with. It's a different experience.
Yeah, yeah. I think I agree, and I think Sherelle saying character development does resonate with me in that moment.
Yeah, it does. It does me too.
Yeah. I think
I
for
was
sure.
thinking that because when you said when you talk about women always say, well, he don't say nothing, and I was sitting here thinking like I've never said that, and I now, like you said, because of my dad, because me growing up in the house with my dad, I ain't see my mom really be on him about talking. Like, you know what I'm saying? So to me, I never said that about the man that I was with because it was like I just assumed, hey, if he gonna say something, because my dad said something when it was, so I assume you gonna say something. I'm not about to press it.
Well, I think that's not. So I catch your drift, but that's not this conversation actually, right? So a nigga getting fed up and lashing out is not like the premise of this part, right? It's just the vulnerabilities that we preclude from our relationships, and for those reasons, the lash out is interesting that you introduced it, but it's different than this. But
No,
I
I'm
guess
saying what you said earlier about you said the women like, oh, he don't talk to me or he don't say nothing, and I was just saying like to that, I was thinking I've never said that because I never thought about it, like him not talking to me, because it was never a thought in my mind, because me being in the house with my dad, I never saw that with my mom, that type of thing. Oh, he don't be talking to me. I never saw that, so where it was like, why is that an issue? I guess that's what I'm saying. Not lashing out, but just.
so. I think beef, just in hindsight, or not even hindsight, but just going forward, men ain't talking to you. Like there's a lot that men ain't talking about for sure.
Yeah.
That's why we're trying to understand this thoroughly. So I remember who said it. I think you said it, Alexis. But like, there's probably no inquiry from women, right? So then men are like, is she even paying attention to me? Does she even notice the differences and whatever the case? Like, it's a lot of that. That's really like, I would use the word festering. I don't know if I'm off base with that, but because it's almost like as long as you good, to Arnold's point, because it's like, hold on. But as long as she it's like she ain't even making no inquiries, right? Like about some shit. Like let's say, like I just share this with y'all, right? So we have this Amazon thing, like one of those things, like what's the thing they used to have? It'd be like, hey Alexa, what's that shit called?
Echo Dot.
Yeah. So we got the one that got a screen on it, it's spin and all that shit, right? So anytime, like if I order something, because it's under my, we had like a family account, whatever, it'll say like, oh, I was looking at this. It says have another look. Y'all got that on your Amazon now? Be like, take another look at this, right? And my wife always on it. Alexa, play R&B, whatever the case is, right? And she's like, I don't know what you wanted, but the take another look shit is all over that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And she always on it. But then I felt some type of way, like, well, damn, well, you kind of know, right? If you looking, and she'll mention something and it'll be in the back of my head, like, okay, you know what I mean? So then you just like, damn, like, well, she's straight, so none of that shit matter. You know what I'm saying? Just as a little example, right? How it kind of feels, and I'm saying feels when we trying to navigate these things,
Man, hell, when I was in my 20s, I dated a girl just to show you how rare it is that you have women, you run into women that kind of had a natural inquisitive mind about you. I was dating this girl, and I remember the first time she asked me, we on the couch watching Netflix, and I could feel somebody looking at my face. And she was like, what are you thinking? I was like, what? But it was because I had never had no, you know what I mean? We just sitting, I'm just like, I thought she was the weirdest person in the world. Because I had never had a girl ask me, like, we just quiet, I'm watching TV, chilling. She's like, what are you thinking? It just threw me out, man. So what you saying is real, man. It's like you be surprised how often men don't experience that type of, they don't have that type of experience. Yeah. Somebody just kind of like, you don't got to explain to them. They just naturally trying to get in and figure out what you got going on. So it's real.
Shot, can I ask you, what was you thinking? Because I think you had a face on that had her thinking like, nah, he ain't thinking about this movie. His face is
And you know
somewhere.
what? Wow, I feel like, and if I'm recalling what was going at that time, I was figuring some stuff out. So she probably could tell I was going through like the motions. But like I said, I had no prior practice of other than my mom. But a woman being like, what are you thinking? How you feeling? Type conversation. I was just like, what? Like, I ain't crying. Why you think something wrong? It's like
that truly makes me feel like y'all deal with a lot of women who don't care about y'all.
But see, I don't think it's necessarily they don't care. I'm telling you,
They
like,
don't know.
they don't know. And then when a man breaks it down, you could see that, like, oh wow, I never thought women not socialized unless they got kids to really be thinking about men in that way. Or unless you had a dad you had to care for, you was a caretaker to a father, you saw his downfall, you understand like all the complexities of men, but like most women don't experience that until later in life when they really get in tune with a man. So they just going through life, unless the man crying and breaking down, which you're gonna rarely see, they not sitting around thinking like he good, the bills paid, we good.
Yeah.
He ain't told me nothing wrong, he good. I think that's how most women think.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We ain't trying to put no negative
Right.
on it, right?
I understand it.
Right, because they like you said, Sherelle, the lack of character development. This is a thing that they not 100% accustomed. The biggest the words that I hear, I'd say every day, is my wife say, "You need anything?" Right, like if I'm in here or whatever the case, say whatever, and it could be casual as hell. Like she probably may even know I might say no at that juncture, but that's even development in our relationship, so not say she never done, but just asking, and it like that goes a long way. That really be all a nigga need.
Yeah.
Like like that shit.
Remember what I was telling you yesterday, like when we were talking about, when you're hard, like when you and Chiki was talking about on the panel, when you're the harder person to deal with. So when you're the man, that adversity is what gives us character development. So the man that's never going to challenge us on our behavior, the man who's going to make it easier for us not to grow, is not the man that we need to be with. We need to desire the harder one to be with, the one who has a standard of, no, you don't do this. Me and Bino was going back and forth, and I was saying, he was like, if I call you a bitch, da da da. I'm like, nobody should be saying that in a relationship, because if I shouldn't even look at you as my man, as my leader, and even think about calling you out your name. But when you come from the ghetto and you see relationships like this, you think it's cool, you think it's okay. But till you run into a man that'll cut you clean off from the way that you talk, from the way that you act, from the way, you know what I'm saying? You got to get all of this together, because I can't even bring this around my family. I'm not bringing this around my coworkers. Whatever you do, you grown enough to overcome it. And they give you grace to do it, but you know that you got grace. You don't got infinity.
Yeah.
So I just don't want us giving each other like, oh well, it's okay, because and making excuses. Overcome that shit.
Yeah. No, I got you. I think that makes sense, right? We shouldn't accept the unbecoming behavior, right? She should be inquiring, right? She should be in tune, And I think to your point, Sherelle, as we mind through this, we are difficult to navigate, right? Because we are our vulnerabilities, we kind of have this, right? We try to wrap ourselves in things that we like, okay, this isn't. And so she trying to navigate this as well, and literally in real time learning how to navigate it with you, as one of the few men she took personal. And then all the skills aren't transferable. A lot of skills aren't transferable from one man to the next. We got simple things, but men operate in different ways. So she has to literally learn it. So it's a mixed bowl, which is why you get these. It's like this as opposed to like this, right? Until you can figure it out. So this shit is it's interesting, man. But I think even at the end of this, I think that there should be more acceptance of how men operate in terms of vulnerability than trying to push them to be different. And at the same time, men make considerations, right? Assess your risk, right? Because like Nate said, if you do tie a woman, which should be for life, then there's things that maybe you would reveal to that woman more than just a casual relationship. So I think it's good. Go ahead.
And I've been having this conversation a few times. Like I said, I'm back like dating again, right? And I've had conversations where I'll tell them, if you judge me based off how similar I am to you, we're gonna fail. Like it's not gonna go past go. Because I'm not a woman. So I don't approach situations the same as you, and it's like if you base how good or bad I am on how much I do things similar to you, we're gonna be in trouble.
Yeah.
Because it's not about similarities, it's more like about complementary, right? So it's like mustard and ketchup, nothing alike. They just go together. Salt and pepper, they nothing alike, but they just go together. It's more you should be basing it off that than I'm just like you, because we're not the same.
That's a hell of a that's shit right there. Definitely complimentary, man. See, that's why, man, I keep her up here, guys, because out of 30 episodes, she'll say something like that. You know what I mean? Snaggletooth. That was harmonic. Man.
At least I'm Snaggletooth now and not cross feet.
Both. You still pigeon-toe, knock knee, slew foot, and all that, but you know. So that.
But now I'm Snaggletooth too.
Snaggletooth also. But no,
that's
good.
Jamal.
Oh yeah, I said I read that shit. I said Jamal. I tried to catch myself, but I ain't catch myself.
Can't flow it out.
Interesting, man. Yeah, complimentary is solid, man. This is definitely one of them situations. Maybe it's TBD, but I think right now, fellas, you gotta discern what to share and what not to. You know, when they get mad, boy, they say dumb shit, bro. Did y'all ever see this? Last thing, we do some final thoughts and skedaddle. But did y'all ever see the white dude? His girl, it's like a meme or Instagram meme, and she's like, "You love that shit." When I did that, y'all seen that one? He's like, "You said you'll never say that shit out loud, right?"
I think I've seen a video
before for sure. So she's like, when I. Well, you know, it was she's like, when I did this, you love that shit. He's like, you said you would never bring that shit up. Like, yo, son. I'm like, that nigga ain't with 100. I'm gonna definitely clip this one up. This is dope. I gotta clip the other one up as well, right? Just so they can be correlated, man. But damn, man, salute. Let me read. Dr. G was shaking. Dr. G in the building with the $5 is great confident tonight. Learned and grew. Nice work, Hamp and panel. Salute, Dr. G, man. Dr. G was partying last week. I couldn't even get in touch with her. You know what I'm saying? Onikasu with the $2. Women are double agents. Don't trust them ever.
A good guy pretending good guy.
Ezekiel Ben Israel with the $2 says, Nay, go to sleep. Onikasu with the $2 says, more. What does this mean?
Fuck around and find out.
With women is not gonna help Rel. Wild. Ezekiel Ben Israel with the $5. I vote for Crimson to come up. Crimson do a panel for me every once in a blue moon, man. You know, I just gotta catch her. You know what I'm saying? Like when she came up, we talking about Kendrick because niggas was wilding. Well, Nikasu with the $2 says, "I'll talk to a wall instead of a woman." Jesus Christ. Black Dawn with the $5 says, "Ron, I've been at work for 4 hours and still didn't do anything yet. Is Ron ain't shit for not working on the job?" Venus with the 10 ounces. By the time most of you settle down, there's a trail of women y'all have lied to, misled, deceived, taken advantage of, or done wrong in some way. Most of y'all really ain't shit. This is not true.
True.
Women are full participants. Trust me. Aaron with the $2 says, "This might be dry snitching." Ja, good shit, my brother. Any final thoughts?
I think tonight we kind of minded it out really good. I think manhood is a journey. I never really liked the man ain't shit mantra. I heard it when I was a kid, and I just never really liked it. It's never really been properly explained to me. So I think there's a nature of man that we have to accept, and some things we're working through. But in general, most men are most men, we're not talking about young boys who still in development. Most men are productive, trying to figure life out. They ain't lying to women to have sex. So like, if we I'm cool with having that conversation. Let's have an honest conversation.
That's a fact, though. Yeah, man. I liked it.
Did you say my? Oh, my bad. I ain't even.
Don't worry, we gonna have we definitely gonna have a debrief because y'all.
Nah, I didn't hear it over the horn thing. But anyway, anyway. Of course, God made Texas first and everywhere else. Get that out the way, and then great conversation. I think the walk down was good as far as discussing some of the baseline of why people may feel men ain't shit. I know I don't be trying to pander because I know people be trying to act like we be pandering, but I ain't trying to pander. I just like dudes. I'll be honest with you. So I ain't gonna say that most men ain't shit because I still like men. So I'm not gonna say that. But I think there is some ain't shit characteristics in us all. And yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Indeed, Sherelle.
Shout out to you, Happy Lampy. Thanks everybody for joining the panel today. This is an awesome panel today. We had fun. Thanks everybody who super chatted, everybody in the chat. I could say I grew up loving men with all of my heart and all of my delusion. Because men were my superheroes growing up. I was at a rude awakening when I went into the world and I had to meet men on my own who wasn't blood linked to me. I don't hate men. I love them. I like good men, but I can admit that they're hard to find. And if we're going to make better, we're going to have real conversations and serious conversations about how we acting in the earth. And Black people love to talk about how we making money and we being productive, but the characters ain't getting better. And that's on both parts. But tonight we was talking about the men. So I'm just gonna start standing firm on the things that I do see, because it's easy to talk about the good things, but the negative things that I do see, I'm gonna start standing firm on that. But it's out of love, because I do want us to be better. So if we ain't developed in our character, give us that adversity. Good night, y'all. I'll be at all night. You know.
I think it already started. Yeah, man. I think the conversation was awesome. It was fun, right? You definitely have to have antagonist, protagonist, based on what side you stand on. That's TBD. You know, most certainly. There's definitely considerations that we have to make for things that we are maybe asking for overcorrection on that don't need to be corrected, right? There are certain ways in which women are going to have to operate, and depending on how we choose to perceive them, you'd be surprised about the outcome, and vice versa with us men, you know. So a lot of things are largely rooted in how we process them. You know, like I always say, we judge everybody else based on their actions, but we judge ourselves based on our intentions. Right? We often give ourselves a lot of grace, and I wonder if we shared that grace, what would be the outcome? So, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Get in the Discord. Even though Arnold looked tired, he will be in the Discord. He responds at any hour, time of day. He's basically like office hours and IT and whatever else.
It's only 9 o'clock when
don't get
he
final.
Also, let me finish. He also he be trying to fake like he ain't sleep. One time I got in there at 7 o'clock, so it was 5 o'clock for him. He's like, what's up? Yeah, I'm good. Come on, my nigga. You got the Ricola voice, my nigga. Like you ain't. So definitely coming to Discord. It's Toxic Thursday. It's Love Sea Fault every Toxic Thursday. just have fun, man. I have an interview doing on Saturday. Got this brother. He said he's been delivered from homosexuality. It'll be an interesting one, man. Salute. So I'm gonna put the promotion up and all that. Should be good, man. I might see y'all tomorrow, but probably not. Most definitely. CJ said cat. Most definitely Friday, most high willing. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Be safe and do the right thing, man. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend and tell a friend. And we out.